Yo, what's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Real Cowboys fans, stand up, man. Salute to everyone out there in the chat, man. Everyone watching, tuned in, whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on Instagram, whether you are on YouTube, man. It's Wednesday. We was going to do cover 3, man, but my brothers want to take a break. You know, DMV, he got a lot of things going on. Rome got a lot of different things going on. So we said to take a break, man. And honestly, I wasn't even going to make any content today, but sometimes the day will just kind of inspire you, to make something. And we're definitely going to talk about that. But before y'all do, we get into all that. We're going to definitely do some Cowboy stuff. So it ain't going to be all that stuff, right? We're definitely going to dive into some Cowboy stories as well. I'm actually going to turn the phone lines on so y'all can call in or chime in if y'all want. Let me know if y'all want to call in or y'all want to just jump on the show, either or. I'll just post a link. Y'all can jump on the show. Let me know how y'all feeling about everything in general. But go ahead, like the content, share the content. Let everybody know that we are live. Now, before we start, you know what I'm saying? Are y'all seeing this Diana Rossini thing? This thing is kind of getting crazy right now. It's talking about DNA tests, and it's funny, right? I was on TikTok and I got a bunch of DMs, right? And all these people were DMing me on TikTok, and I kind of been low key a little bit after the draft, right? So people were sending me this photo, you know what I'm saying? And it says, finally brunettes get some love, and she ats Tuck, you know what I'm saying? And she ats Tuck. And I'm like, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? That lady is not talking about this Tuck. I don't know what Tuck she's talking about, but it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, don't y'all put me in that Diana Rossini mess. I've never met that lady a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? So it must be the other Jay Tuck or somebody else, but she wasn't talking to me, man. So I just want to get that clear. But wanted to talk about something in a situation, right? And I want to apologize. Let me scroll up. I want to apologize to Nito-R6R, right? Nito, I want to apologize because today's live show has nothing to do with him at all. Zero. Well, it kind of does because he's a content creator, right? But it has nothing to do with him at all. This is not me going at Dak Attack. I really have no problem with Dak Attack anymore. Everything that I need to say about Dak Attack, I've already said it in other videos. So today has nothing to do with Dak Attack. Now, I know behind your fake burner account, you was ready to reverse cowgirl for your J-Boy J Tuck. I know you was ready to throw it in reverse for J Tuck today behind your fake burner account. But I apologize. This has nothing to do with him. So if you want to exit, feel free, or I can just tell one of my mods to pew pew and get him. Actually, mod, exit him to the door. Exit him to the door. Go ahead, get him up out of here because we don't, right? And there's another one. Where is she? Where is she at? Where is she at? Let me scroll up because no, I don't go back and forth with women. You know what I'm saying? My brother's in the chat. He knows I have a sister. She with all that shit, right? So I don't go back and forth with women, but Taco Cowboy 8960 whatever. Will someone politely get her ass up out of here too? You know what I'm saying? If someone forever politely escort her ass the fuck up out of here. I'm sorry, we're not talking about bro today. All right, so skedaddle. Mods, get them out. All right, get them two bitches out of here. All right. Now, where was I? All right, so what I want to talk about is I want you guys in the comments to answer this question for me. All right. When I say the word content creator, what does that word mean to you? Because I want to see what's your thoughts, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but she has some slick shit to say, so she can say some slick shit from outside the club. It's my part. She can say some slick shit from outside the club. You know what I'm saying? Back in my day, I used to kick bitches out of VIP all the time, so it's nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So she can talk slick outside the club. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, once again, this has nothing to do with AOC at all. Zero, zilch. Like I said, kind of, because he's a content creator, right? So it'll tie in to him, but this is not about him. So I don't know if he sent y'all over here or whatever. This ain't got nothing to do with him. I have zero problems with AOC anymore after our last conversation about whatever clearance. All right. But the cornballs, get them the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I can cuss now. You know what I'm saying? We passed the 30 minutes. Get them fuck up out of here. All right. So info. All right. We saw info. Hold on, let me go through. Info. So content creator is information. All right. Educator. My dog angry. She's my dog angry. Educator. Content creator. All right. Let's see here. Who else? What else y'all got? Content creator. What does that term mean to you guys? All right. So what I want to do is not give my definition of content creator, but I was kind of interested to see, like, what is the actual terminology for content creator. All right. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. So let me make it bigger. All right. Boom. All right. So it says a content creator is someone who produces entertaining or educational material. Right. So angry, get a point. You know what I'm saying? Point for angry. Let me move them off the screen. All right. Expressed through digital mediums such as social media, blogs, podcasts, and video platforms. They are creative minds behind videos, articles, and graphics that populate the internet, often focusing on a specific niche like fashion, gaming, or personnel, finance, right? Or it could be actually sports as well. All right. So that is the term for content creators. All right. Stick with me because I'm going to walk y'all through this whole thing. All right. Now, when I got into this whole space, my story was, granted, it was during the pandemic. All right. I came in here, really didn't know what the hell I was doing, and things kind of transpired, but I knew I wanted to cover the team that I love, which is the Dallas Cowboys, and get answers that wasn't being asked, right? I wanted to do things myself, right? So this is why I handle myself the way that I really handle myself. But what is being happening right now in our community, y'all, and I'm gonna walk you guys through this, is that content creators have now been villainized. All right. And there's a show that I'm watching. You guys should really watch it. Daredevil Born Again. I'm probably going to watch the latest episode after this, right? There was Daredevil and there was other people in the cities. All right. And when the city was really going through turmoil in, you know what I'm saying, in New York City, they were saving things and Daredevil was the hero. But ultimately what happened is Mayor Fisk, you know what I'm saying, Kingpin, he started this narrative that vigilantes are the problems. Content creators are the problems. So if you guys go back 2 years ago, I made this whole video about the X-Men, right? Talking about how this was going to happen, but we're just here, okay? So, yeah, Daredevil's fire, bro. Go watch that ASAP, right? But I feel like content creators has now been villainized in the community, all right? Now, we are going to be completely honest. Y'all know I do not hold punches, all right? If people get mad, they just get mad. Do something about it, all right? When you think about content creators in the Cowboys space, you guys can list some names in the chat. Dak Attack is one. So there, for all the people want to hear me say his name, there he is. Dak Attack's a content creator. Vach, Sky, Law, Okoye, Boss, me, DMV, CFT, Mark Holmes, Landlord, West Coast, Henny, Angry, Amp, Stargazer, JC. Do y'all see a common trend amongst those people I've mentioned? Foots, right? Foots. Look at my dog Foots, right? Don't y'all see a common theme amongst those guys and girls that I mentioned? All right. Now, I am not saying that a lot of the hate, deceit, the villainization that content creators get are all due to that. But it does look kind of fishy to me. Because when I see people talking to other people who do not share the same sentiments, the respect, the conversation is different. You see what I'm saying? It's a different tonality when you talk to somebody that's a little bit different. All right. So I am not going to act like I'm oblivious to the fact that this does play a part in a lot of it, right? Maybe not 99%. We're going to talk about the other percentage, but let's just say I'm going to be fair and I'm going to say 30%. All right. 30% of it's due to that. All right. That's just being nice. All right. It's probably more than that. All right. But I do think that it's kind of odd that other individuals can make hot takes. Other individuals can say whatever or act accordingly and tell people to shut up and all sorts of stuff. And it's just kikiing. But when it's us making just a simple tweet, the respect level goes out the window. All right. Now, let's talk about the other percentage. Do people maybe not like us due to this? Probably so. So it's a JC, right? JC is another one. You know what I'm saying? We all share a common thing. All right. But also, what do people really not like? We can keep going, right? Probably 1,000 others I miss, right? What people really do not like, that really gets under their skin, is not just that, but also when you have that, right? Going back to what Angie said, right? When you have that, but you also have confidence, you don't need anybody, you have freedom, which we'll talk about here in a second, you're opinionated, and you're bold. They really don't like that. So some of us, Boss, it's my dog Boss in the building, we combine the two. Not only do we have this going against us, but we're educated, we're smart, we're bold, we do our research, right? We stand strong and firm on our opinions. We're talented. And this exactly, Seabass, what I was going to say. Just like Shador. Shador posted a graduation photo. Salute to Shador. And instead of people congratulating this kid on graduating, people was just hateful, deceitful, upset that this young black confident male has graduated from college and he's also playing in the NFL. They don't like that. They don't like that, right? So they don't like the fact that landlord can sit there and say, hey, man, I like Shotty, but I think we messed up by getting rid of Mike McCarthy. And he's standing flat foot and confident in his opinion, and he's not being weighed by the crowd. You can't come and buy landlord out. You can't go out there and make him kneel and exactly kiss the rings. They don't like that. Because they can't figure it out, right? Why is Ball so uncontrollable? Why is Tuck so uncontrollable? Why is Star so uncontrollable? Why? I can't figure this out. What people have to understand, yes, I do Dallas Cowboys content, right? A lot of us who I've mentioned do Dallas Cowboys content, but a lot of us are extremely, not just kinda, a lot of us are extremely successful outside of all of this. Outside of all of this, we have people who are lawyers and they actually do content too. We have people who are full comprehensive wealth advisors and vice presidents. They just do content too. We have people who are engineers. They just do content too, right? We have people who are executives. They just do content too for fun, right? We have people who are top in sales. They just do content too. We have people who are top in tech. They just do content too. So we're not controllable. And whenever you are, one, the first one we talked about, and two, uncontrollable, and three, also hoodie, passionate, because we do the work, we put in hours upon hours, and a lot of us are extremely talented, it makes people feel a certain way. I'm going to tell you guys something. I talked to my brother, Rome. He don't mind if I share, like, I'm going to tell you too much of his business, right? But Rome was offered a very lucrative deal. All right? Very lucrative. All right? We'll get to that here in a second, Steve. Rome almost took it, and 99% of people would have took that offer that Rome got. But Rome, my dog CFT, who I love, man, that's my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? He really talked me through this, you know what I'm saying? He said, I didn't want them controlling my voice, Tuck. I built Cowboys Fan Talk from my kitchen. I don't want people telling me what to say, what type of content to make, what should I change. I don't want to lose my voice. My independence is my superpower. And he turned down a very lucrative deal where he would have got paid a good amount of money. He would have got some exposure. People would have probably say, hey, yeah, Big Game James. They would have said, hey, he's an insider now. His subscribers would have probably blew through the roof now. But he turned that down because he wanted to keep the power of his independence. Nobody can tell Rome he has to go live right now. Nobody can tell Rome what to talk about right now. Nobody can tell me what to talk about. Nobody can tell me that I have to do this or move that. If I want to stay live from 5 p.m. all the way till midnight, I can do so. If I want to talk about George Pickens and the franchise tag, I can do so. If I want to criticize them for not letting Caleb Downs have a number 2, I could do so. If I want to talk about the front office not doing enough as far as running back 2, I can do so. We are our own bosses. We created our own lane. We didn't need anybody, right? We didn't need a producer. I don't have no one that makes my graphics, my thumbnails, the anthems, nothing. Everything that you see and we do is all me. It's all my creativity. And there's tons of others in this community that does the same. But it's now becoming a situation where they want to suppress that. All right, Tux, let's go ahead and cut to the chase. All right. So I'm going to start with my dog, Rome, because I know my dog, Rome, has mentioned this last week. He did like a video, but he really didn't dive in too deep. All right. So let's get to here. All right, hold on. Let me see here. Let me do this. Bang, bang, bang. Appreciate y'all for riding with me. All right. So this is what last week. All right. They said the signing of the tender guarantees Pickens $27.3 million for this season. It gives him the injury protection as well, which is good. Yes. Theoretically, it opens up the possibility of a trade, but Stephen Jones said the Cowboys have no intention of dealing him. All right. Now, my brother Rome says they also said they wasn't going to trade Micah. Now, Whether you love Rome, hate Rome, can't stand his guts, that's a fact. That is factual evidence that the Dallas Cowboys said last year they are not going to trade Micah. So it wasn't like Rome just made this up out of thin air, right? He is saying an actual fact, all right? Now, let me scroll down, and here's where shit might get ugly, all right? Then some people say, this is different, okay? And I see Tank saying it's a different situation. It's not, but it is, right? This is a different situation, all right? But my question to my brother Nix, what is this shit? What's the shaking my head? What's the shaking my head for? What's all that about? What's all the extra shit for? Yeah, you're here, bro. Answer it. What's all the extra shit for? What's all the extra shit for? Why did you have to put the extra shit in there, bro? You know Rome. You've done shows with Rome. Why the extra? All right. But we'll get to that point. All right. But when you look at this is really the point. All right. Some of these CCs love drama and clicks. Some of these CCs love drama and clicks. What does CCs mean? Why does it feel like content creators is now derogatory that stands for something else? Right? CCs. Now, do they call other people CCs, content creators? You see what I'm saying? No. It's a certain cluster of people that only get this label. There's only a certain cluster. So why does it feel now all of a sudden the term content creator is a derogatory carbon copy. Why does it feel like this is a derogatory term now that's used to a certain group of people? Why can't you specify? Why can't you put a name on it? Why can't you put a name on it? Why can't you say, Boss Cowboy always doing that for drama and clicks? Or J Tuck is always, and we're going to talk about that shit in here in a minute, right? Always doing that for, why can't you put a name on it? Why are you looping everyone in and using it as a derogatory term? CCs, boss. CCs. Yeah, boss always doing something for clicks. All right. So let's talk about that here for a second, right? We love drama. Yeah, you're right, Angry, right? We love drama and clicks. So this is from Twitter, X. All right. Now I'm going to do something that probably most people won't do, but I don't care because we all family. All right. So let's say I'm one of those CCs. Yeah, it's a sneak diss. That's what all is. It's all is a sneak diss, right? I'm one of those CCs, right? Because even today, I got Tuck must be bored. Tuck must need something to talk about. Tuck is just, they call it engagement farming. Tuck just must be looking for a reaction today on Twitter or X, right? So that's what they'll say to minimize my arguments, my thoughts, my ideas. They do the same thing. The boss, they do it to all of us, right? They're just doing this for clicks. That's it. That's it, Rome. We're just saying shit for the hell of it because we need to engagement farm. We need clicks because that is how we get our money. Your Honor, I would like to show. Hold on. Boom. Last month on Twitter, X, I got paid $62.87. That's it. Hey, JTuck151. That's my Twitter. All right. Hey, JTuck151. $62.87 has been deposited into your account from X Creator Revenue Sharing. Thank you for creating on X. Now, some of you might not know me, right? We might be new. But do you think that I would want to clickbait an engagement farm and make up a bunch of stuff on Twitter for 63 funky ass dollars? I'm not saying I'm a multi-millionaire, but do I look like the type of person that would just say things for the hell of it? Because I need 63 funky ass dollars. To be honest with you, that $63 doesn't go to me. It went to my son. It goes to my son's checking account because he got a new girlfriend in college. And you know what I'm saying? I told him his high school girlfriend, that relationship wasn't going to work, right? So he's at KU, so he needs a little movie money. So that 63 funky ass dollars went to my son. All right. So do you think that I care about Twitter, that I'm trying to do things for engagement, or Boss is trying to do things for engagement, or Rome is just trying to engagement farm because he needs clicks on Twitter for 63 funky ass dollars? But I'm not done, right? Because I know y'all are watching. I know y'all are ghost watching. Well, fuck it. We're going to have some fun today. All right. Now, I like to bring Exhibit B. All right, Your Honor. Let's move this. This is what I've done on Instagram last week. Right? This is my numbers from Instagram for last week. 420,000 views, 33,000 interactions, 985 new followers, and then something else shared. All right? That's Instagram. All right, cool. All right, y'all got it? That's Instagram. All right, let's remove that. All right? Let's add to the stage. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, see him get right. Hold on. Shit's freezing up. Hold on. Got a lot of stuff going on. All right. Bang. All right. This is what I made the last 7 days on TikTok. It's right there. Right? $500 on TikTok. Now, I am not showing this to boast. I'm not showing this to brag, right? I am showing this to ask you guys a simple question. If I was going, I'm going to put you guys in my shoes. If you guys were going to bait people, engagement farm, make up stuff just for conversation, what would probably be the last site you would do that at? Take me out of it. My boy T Smart. Twitter would be the last site I would clickbait and click farm and drive up views and want an engagement farm and do all that shit. That would be the very, I don't know how to do Facebook yet. I'm working on it. That would be the very last site I would ever want to do that on. It makes zero sense to do it there. I would do it on TikTok. I would go do some trolling stuff on Instagram. I would go do some trolling stuff on TikTok. I would come troll y'all in the YouTube comments. So when people say that, it's really a way of discrediting us to say, boss cowboy, he's just doing this for views. He's just saying this for clicks. Boss is right here in the chat. Boss, if I'm lying, I'm flying. How many times have you told me to stay off of Twitter? I have the Cash App DMV $10 because today I was on Twitter. Everybody is telling me to get off of that. I literally did a partnership with the NFL on Threads. But I pop out to Twitter because there are good people who rock with me on there, and I want to talk to my people. I want to talk to my people on Twitter. Is that okay? Can I not talk? Can I not talk to my people on Twitter without all the reverse cowboy and cowgirl, whatever y'all like to throw? All right. So now let's get over into this. All right. And I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Right. But shit, it is what it is. Because I'm sick of the backhanded compliments. I'm sick of the fake shit, y'all. I really am. If you don't like Rome, you don't like boss, say that shit. If you don't like me, say that shit, bro. Like, what are we doing? I'm 42 years old. If you don't like what I do, just say that shit, bro, and stay over there. That's the one thing I do respect about Dak Attack. He says, I don't fuck with y'all and I don't like y'all, so he's staying over there. I give him credit for that. He's staying over there. But stop putting your arms around us, because anytime there's a layoff or anytime someone gets fired or anytime someone gets let go, where the fuck do y'all run? Y'all run to the YouTube and the content creator community. As soon as those corporate jobs get a little bumpy, y'all run y'all ass right to YouTube. Hey, man, let's do some shows together. Hey, bro, let's do some shows together. What? Now you want to do shows? All right. You know what I'm saying? Now? All right. So let's get to this. All right. So we were kind of sparked today. All right. Let's see here. Let me make sure I'm doing this right here. All right. Stop screen share. I got a lot of stuff up. All right. Like, that's my ask, y'all. Stop the fake shit. Just stop the fake shit. All right. You know what I'm saying? It's really easy. But you know what? I don't really mess with Tuck like that. Cool. All right. Got it. All right. So boom. So this is what I posted. All right. 20 hours ago, Eagles are expected to get a first and second round pick for AJ Brown. All right. Cool. And I just said, funny how AJ Brown has a market, but hey, man, never mind. I need confirmation. Now, this was stemming from a show I did. Let me get this right. This was stemming from a show I did last night when I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to AJ Brown, I need some confirmation. You You know what I'm saying? I need some confirmation. I really need him gone because I don't want them keeping AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, like let's get him trading up out of there, right? Now, did I at anybody? Did I say, hey man, what's your thoughts? All right. So here's what I want to talk about. All right. We're going to skim on down. Let's find them. Where'd they go? I think I can't find it because they blocked me. Hold up. I'll find them. Hold up. Give me a sec. All right. Where'd they go? All right. So, this was my good old friend Marcus. And I really have no beef with Marcus, right? He's a multi-time all-pro with a very tradable contract. It's really as simple as that. All right. Now, if you guys go back to Tennessee, explain the difference between AJ Brown and George Pickens' situation coming from Tennessee. Is it really that big of a difference? I mean, AJ Brown had 2,000 yards barely, right? But he had the injuries, he had the hamstrings, right? Cool. Wasn't that big of a difference from here's transition from Tennessee to Eagles versus George Pickens' transition from Pittsburgh to Dallas. All right. So I say, all right, bro, all these colorful sheets we posting, you couldn't do a simple Google search to see if all pros Titans jumping. Okay, cool. Not yourself when you're hungry. All right, cool. Tuck, try to use some logic for the moment, please. All right. So my response was what? 5 p.m. Chat, what time did I go live? I went live at 5. I'm rapping again. I'm back making music. Salute to my Instagram, right? Bro, 5 p.m. I'll send you the link. You pulling up or nah? We discussed this ad nauseum. It's pretty much cut and dry. I ain't discussed shit with you, Marcus. I ain't discussed shit with you. I haven't discussed shit with you about AJ Brown. Are you pulling up at 5 or nah? I went live. I'm live. I've been live for 40 minutes. I started at 5 p.m. Are you pulling up or no? So if you're never in my comments to say, hey, man, hey, bro, Tuck, you was actually right. I didn't think that Amari and Hampton was going to go that early, and you was spot on. Right. Good job, Tuck. So it's never no congratulations. It's never, hey, man, good work. Never, man, good video. Hey, man, I shared that. It's never that. The only time I see some of y'all is when you are trying to correct me. If you're not going to jump on the show, when anytime I post, you're in the comments, what are we doing? What was it about? I gave you an open invite to jump on the show. You declined. So what are we doing? It feels very reverse cowgirl-ish to me. It feels very... All right. But Marcus is not even who I'm mad at, to be honest with you. We're going to scroll up, right? Because I know he wouldn't. That ring light, you know what I'm saying? That ring light, turn off. They turn to Teddy Pendergrass. Turn off the lights. Light a candle. That ring light scares the shit out of some of y'all. That ring light. You know what I'm saying? Mine are bright. I got 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? I got this one. I got this one. I got one up above. So this ring lights probably scares few of y'all because it's different jumping in someone's comments all day, back and forth typing versus standing in front of them, looking them eye to eye, right? But we're not going to deal with that, right? So I get this post, all right? Are you okay? Cowboys Nation ready to be heard again, right? So I get this profile. Are you okay? Now, I'm thinking, hey, it's just another troll account. It's just another troll account. Ignore it. But I was like, you know what? Let me click on it. So I clicked. This is InsideTheStar.com. Dallas Cowboys analysis since 2009. Commitment to value and integrity, right? A publication, free Cowboys news app, right? 221,000 followers. So, so I would assume this is a very reputable site, right? I really didn't know much about them. I knew they had, all right, cool. But why are you so comfortable with talking to me? Are you okay? The fuck? Okay. Are you okay? Me? Yeah, I'm fine. Fine and dandy. I'm in the gym. So I didn't want them to feel left out by any stretch of the imaginations. You got 221 followers. I'm sure you can find somebody who wants to step on the court. Right? Right? So I say that. I say that. You don't seem to be okay. Just worried. That's all. So, I get in my Floyd shit. Thought so. Throw some money at these hoes because that's what they acting like. Right? And then they block me. But let's scroll. All right, let's be fair because I'm a fair guy. Let's see if they spoken to anybody else like that today. Let's see if they wanted to check and see if anybody else okay. All right. I see articles. I don't even know who writes for them. Articles. Right. So why aren't y'all checking on anybody else? Why aren't y'all checking on anybody else? You know what I'm saying? Scroll some Apple shit. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't y'all? Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep scrolling. I'm doing the deep scroll. There's Dylan Thieneman. Why aren't y'all checking on anybody else to see if they're okay? Am I the only person you want to check on today on a Wednesday? Am I the only person you want to check on? No. Here's what it is. All right. The reason why they want to come at me and probably a few others is once again for the reasons that we've mentioned. All right. But there's this narrative. If you cut the head, the body will die. Right? So that is what's being attempted. Right? They feel like, hey, if I can make an example of J Tuck, those other CCs will die. Lou will be discouraged. He will die. Right? Boss will be discouraged. He will die. I just got to make an example out of him. Them CCs, those color creators or some whatever. I don't know what CC stands for, but it don't sound too, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's what's being happened. It's at me. I really don't even be on Twitter like that, but anytime I do pop out, I guarantee you there's going to be some reverse cowgirl going on. Doom, 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 tsh. Y'all know what that sound effect is for about, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got a lot of me. Y'all know what that doom, 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 tsh. Anytime I pop out to talk to my people, last time I checked, this was an account I built from my email. anytime I pop out to answer a question Angie might have, right? To answer a question boss might have, to talk to Los, say what's up, man. What's good with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Anytime I pop out to say what is good with my people that follow my content, there is some yippee-ki-yay reverse cowgirl going on. Doom, 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 doom. Every day, I'm literally in the gym, on the treadmill, you know what I'm saying? Talking to my people. What's up? What's up? Appreciate the super chat. This Candyland Tuck, CC, Calvin King. Appreciate the super chat. But all I'm saying, listen, I get it. I am super brash, right? I always joke and say, if you're racist, I'll probably be number one on your draft board of who to hate. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm probably your number one pick off the board if you are racist of people not to like. I'll be so arrogant. I'll be walking around NASCAR events just minding my own business, like I don't do something, right? So I get it. I'm brash. I'm confident. I work hard. I'm accomplished. Off my own. Nobody, right? I'm accomplished on my own. I didn't have to change who I was. I didn't have to change my approach. I didn't have to lighten up my approach. I didn't have to start being softer. I just stayed true to who I was. And I won. And not only did I win, I won again, and I won again, and I won again, and I'm going to win again this year. All right, I'm going to win again next year, too. And I'm going to win again the year after that, and then I'm going to retire. All right? So I get it. I get that, right? But here's the thing. You guys don't control anything. Tuck, why are you talking about George Pickens in this franchise tag? Just keep it football. Why are you talking about this franchise tag? Just talk football. Chat. How many film sessions have I done in the past month? It's not just about me. It's not just about me. It's not just about me. This is about us as a community, right? Because it's not, those attacks just don't come at me. Rome spoke on this first. He just did it online, right? Chat. How many film sessions have I done the last month? So they're dropping so many ads in the middle of your live today. I don't even know how to turn them things off. I think StreamYard does something where it boosts them up. You know what I'm saying? But how many? So many we lost count. And so you telling me I can't send out a tweet or two about George Pickens on the franchise tag? I need to talk football. Man, damn near 30 different film sessions on players we didn't even draft. You know what I'm saying? So why? Why do we have to try to suppress our voices? Why do we have to? It is because they're uncompromised. Right? It's not easy to stand against the crowd. And a lot of people don't like it, right? People don't like that I say, hey, man, I hate that we traded Micah Parsons. He was a great player in Dallas. I wish him well, but he's an op. It sounds like that, Rob. You shut up and you march to the beat of the drum we want you to march to. We want you to say it's just a number. And numbers don't matter. That's what we want you to do. And you better get your ass in line, pal. Or what? Twitter, I know y'all watching. I see the views. Twitter, I'm going to talk to y'all. I want y'all to get this message through your heads, right? I am not fucking Ernie. Say it again. I am not fucking Ernie. So y'all bullied and ran Ernie off, right? You know what I'm saying? Bully Ernie. Ernie deleted his account. Y'all didn't like Ernie for whatever reason. All right. Y'all ain't running me off of shit. If I want to come on my Twitter timeline and talk about NASCAR racing and Topanga all fucking day, then that is what I am going to talk about on my timeline. If I want to talk about Boys Meets World and Daredevil for 30 hours straight on my timeline, that is what I'm going to talk about on my timeline. Now, what you do on your timeline, what you do in your spaces, what you do in whatever is your freedom. But you will never, ever, ever dictate what the fuck I say and what I talk about. So if I do want to be mad about George Pickens and the franchise tag, then I am going to be mad about George Pickens and the franchise tag. I don't need you correcting me. I don't need your input when I say, hey, Cowboys Nation, what's your thoughts on the franchise tag? That means I'm asking for your fucking opinion. I'll let you know. I guarantee, I promise you, I will let you, when I do make videos, I say, yo, comment below, let me know your thoughts. I say, yo, comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. But there's this, I can talk to my people. I can put my ideas out because here's the thing, right? Let's get to last year. So to my dog boss. I don't know why they're having this team trenches versus team weapons debate. It's stupid. I don't know why. I don't know why they're having team trenches versus team weapons. This is all so stupid. Now, who was having the team trenches versus team weapons debate? It was me. It was Boss. It was Lou. It was Henny. It was Landlord. It was DMV. It was Ron. It was Star. It was Amp. Kind of a, It's so stupid. Just focus on the draft. Now, will we all agree, Cowboys Nation? We did pretty damn good getting Tyler Booker and then trading for George Pickens. Will we all agree? Will we all agree? Hey, man, team trenches and team weapons, they did all right. And then after that, One Tech, respect to One Tech. This is so stupid. Just talk about something else. Why are you talking about respect to One Tech? Well, all of a sudden, I think we will all agree we was jumping on couches when we got Quentin Williams. DV, you asshole. Oh, they gonna have water fountains with CCs only. Y'all assholes. Wouldn't you agree that the respect to One Tech thing kind of worked out in our favor? So why can't we have fun debates? Why can't me and Boss and Lou and Angry have fun debates and do what we do without y'all sticking your fucking noses in it trying to tell us how to run our business operations? Why can't we have a fun debate? It was fun. Right? Team weapon versus team trenches. Man, Landlord and Henny was team weapons to the core. It was a fun debate, and we ended up getting things to make our team better. We were just having fun. People forget what this is all about. It's about having fun. Why can't we? Here comes the fun, Belize. It's just a number. Get over it. Caleb Downs just needs to be okay and play. Why can't we say, hey, man, he wants to get that number 2, bro. He needs to have number 2. Why can't some of our followers make a fun little graphic of taking Kobe Durant out the number 2? We're not going to harm Kobe Durant. We're not going to boo him as he runs out the tunnel. But why can't we have fun on the platforms that we fucking built? Why can't we? What do you want us to talk about right now? The Dallas Cowboys brought in Adoree Jackson for a practice visit. Hey guys, just want to let you know there's reports. The Dallas Cowboys brought in Adoree Jackson for a visit. And you wonder why y'all got no fucking motion. I just want to let you guys know, Adoree Jackson's been brought in for a visit. All right, got it. Yeah, I read it on the timeline 12 times. Anyways, can we get Caleb Downs number 2? Can we not? So what I'm getting at before we pivot to Cowboy stuff, and I appreciate y'all for walking with me, stop the fake stuff. Stop the reverse cowgirling, right? If you're going to argue or debate, cut the extra. I don't need to say, boss, you don't like Malachi Lawrence. Oh my fucking God, bro. Oh, boss, I can't fucking believe you, bro. This is crazy. You don't like him. Why am I trying to suppress boss? Why I gotta put the extra on it? You don't need no extra. Hey man, I see you really don't like the Malachi Lawrence. Talk to me about it, man. What's your thoughts? What are you saying? What film did you watch? Right? Why can't it be that? Why can't it be the same fucking approach you take to that side? The same approach you take over there, just bring it over here. Yeah, angry. I'm not, when I comment on Angry's post, I am not trying to show up angry. I'm not trying to step on Angry to lift myself up. I might disagree. We all disagree, but I'm not trying to step on Angry and embarrass him publicly to make myself feel superior. Hey, bro, I see you want to trade Micah. What's your thoughts, bro? What you hearing? Like, talk. Here's the thing. Angry, call me, bro. I ain't got a beef with Angry on Twitter. I can just call him and say, hey, bro, talk to me. What's your, you know what I'm saying? Rome was originally anti-trading Pickens for Max Crosby. I would have traded Pickens for Max Crosby. Man, Rome, you're so fucking dumb, bro. This nigga don't even want to trade for Max Crosby. This is crazy. Nah, bro. Hey, talk to me, dog. What's going on? Oh, okay, I can see your point. I can see that. Okay, yeah. But here's what I was thinking. Why can't we? It's because publicly on social media platforms, people want to suppress, argue, fight, bicker, tear each other down, discredit each individual over 63 funky ass dollars. You know what I'm saying? All of that disdain, that hate, that blocking, and are you okay? Are you okay? Psycho, all of that shit over 62 funky ass dollars. That's what all of that for. Here's the thing, bro. I'm gonna lock in a baseball bet. I'll cash out someone 62 funky ass dollars if y'all need it that bad. Keep your dignity. If you need $62 that damn bad that you gotta tear others down, right? 62 funky ass dollars. All the but talk. Blah, 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 blah. I don't need y'all correcting me for shit. I got it. I've been doing this for 6 years. I got it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the help. Thanks for the offer. I got it though. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see these grays poking through. I got it. I know what I'm doing. Thanks for the advice. I don't need no spot. I got this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to suppress T for his takes. Me and T has been in spaces we disagreed. I'm not going to be like, man, he don't know what he's talking about. He don't know what he's talking about. No, let me hear you out, bro. And here's the thing. I get it. Not everybody might be comfortable on the mic. You know, Tuck, you're a rapper, so you're just comfortable on the mic. All right, cool, whatever. But a lot of things that could really be resolved by being men and women and just jumping on a live stream and talking it out, a lot of times you'll find out we're actually saying the same thing in different ways. If you just had the cojones to talk it out, a lot of times you'll find out we are saying the same thing just in different ways. That's it. And like I said, the one thing I can promise you, CFO gang, I can promise you guys, there will never, ever, 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 ever be a time where someone can say, I sent Tuck a link. I sent him an invite and he ran. Especially with some Cowboy stuff. They'll never be able to, now my schedule, if I was busy or something, couldn't make it that day, but we'll definitely be able to make it up. They'll never say, yo, I invited Tuck onto my show to talk things through and he declined and said no. Never, ever in life, unless something happens and I couldn't make it because whatever, you know what I'm saying? But never. Right? Because we come from that. We come from, all right, Okoye, let's do a show real quick. Let's look at the film together, right? Let's talk it through. Sometimes you might lose, sometimes you might win, right? I remember clear as day. I was anti-Terrence Steele. My dog boss was saying, yo, Tuck, Terrence Steele better than Lyle. My dog Law in the building, man. It's a lot of fake folks in this space too, but always been a real one, bro. I appreciate you, dog. Likewise, my dog. Salute to the OG, man. That's who I do this shit for. I do this for Law. I do this for boss. I do this for my team. I don't give a fuck about y'all over there, bro. Y'all ain't never did me no favors. They never did me no favors over there ever. I do this for my people. If I wanted Law to jump on a show right now, I could text Law right now. If I wanted DMV on a show right now, I can text DMV right now. If I wanted Rome on a show right now, I can get him on a show right now. If I wanted Boss, if I wanted Lou, if I wanted Landlord, if I wanted Henny, if I wanted Foots, if I wanted Vach, if I wanted Sky, if I wanted Aisha, I could text them and get them on a show right now. I don't do this for y'all. Never have, never will. So stop acting like you can mold me, change me, direct me. Angry. I can hit angry right now. Let's do a show. Hop on, bro. Here's the link. Yo, Amp, here's the show. Yo, B Frank, here's a link. Jump on the show. How many of y'all who are my followers actually have my real phone number? Y'all can hit me all the time. Right? So stop trying to mold me. Stop trying to adjust me. Stop trying to make me what I do not want to become. If I wanted a job, I would not have ever made content. I would have just submitted a resume. I would have went to DallasCowboys.com, went to the media tab, and uploaded a resume. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to explain, y'all. Do not let them take away your independence. Don't let them take that. When we get into the Topanga Hillary Duff talk, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we can get to that talk. But do not let them, it's not just for content creators or CCs. You know, people who say, them content creators, or they'll put, I'm not a content creator. You're on fucking Twitter and YouTube every damn day. I'm not a content, but now I understand what that means. It used to confuse me where I see people with full fucking recording studios and they have YouTube channels and they're tweeting about the Cowboys for 42 hours a day, say, oh, I'm not a content creator, though. I'm like, huh? What? Huh? Wait, what? Don't make sense. Wait, what? Huh? You got a whole studio? You have a YouTube channel? You tweeting about the Cowboys for all damn day from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to. You're not a content creator. Why you have that? Oh, I get it. Duh. Old me. Yeah, it's a shot, Law. Content creator. You know what I'm saying? Now, Law, how many damn events Law done? Y'all follow Law on Instagram. Law is damn near the mayor of Dallas. I don't think Law has ever sat down. I never called Law once. He's like, yo, I'm just at the crib chilling. I've never once hit up Law, like, what you doing, bro? He's like, oh shit, I'm just watching TV. Law probably don't have a favorite TV show. He's always working, always moving, always networking. You go anywhere, that's Law. I've been with Law at camp. I've been at camp in Oxnard with Law. Law is more famous and gets more notoriety than I'll probably say 40% of the players out there. Real talk. Law probably gets noticed more than probably 40% of the actual Cowboys players at camp. And the audacity to call him CC. A CC. That CC law. I seen Law take photos. I seen Law take autographs. I seen people just jumping out of bleachers to go meet Law, and the audacity to say, can Cowboys content creators take constructive criticism from opposing fans about the Cowboys? Yeah, absolutely. I'm always open to constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Always am. If y'all say, yo, Tuck, your audio's too loud, I ain't gonna be like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just do my thing. No. I ask y'all, what film y'all want to see? Hey, do y'all like doing the live film sessions? Do y'all want to do this? Do y'all want to do that? Right? Because this community has been built, it's not just about me. Not just about me, it's about us. Right? What players y'all want to see? Let me know. I'll post in the community tab. Right? And yes, I do probably think it's really just one app because people are scrapping and scraping and clawing each other's eyes out for $63, right? But is it worth it? Give me a burrito. You know what I'm saying? Is it really worth it? Now, what's going to happen with this video? Is it going to change anything? No. I'm going to post something here in a minute. I'm saying I got 12 notification bells right now. Let's see. All right, 12 notification bells. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? All right, it's all love and support. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah. It's not going to stop. It's going to continue. But what I wanted to do in this live, before we pivot, because I got some time today, is tell them we see it. That's it. I see it. I see it. And I get how one-sided it is, right? Because you can say, Tuck, shut your bitch ass up, right? You can say all those things to me, right? Tuck's a clown. Shut your bitch ass up. Oh my God, you're psycho. Oh my God, this and that. Oh my God. But if Jay Tuck responds and meets them with that same temperament, I'm angry. I'm always upset. Come on, Tuck. We're always Cowboys Nation. We're a family. It doesn't have to be this way. There's people in Rome's comments right now that is calling him some of the worst words in the English language, racist words. But if Rome responds back, oh man, see, these content creators always, see, this is why you can't, they don't know how to compose themselves. They're emotional. They're this and they're that. It's one-sided. And yes, Eric, they don't realize how passionate the CCs are about this space, right? And it's why I often make these kind of videos, because I'm extremely protective of it. Because one, I'm extremely thankful for the Cowboys space because it's given me everything and it's changed my life drastically. I never knew I would be doing this, right? But the Cowboys content community has changed my life forever. There's people out there who were still doing it before I was doing it, and y'all have no idea who they are, right? So I'm forever thankful for that. But I also know the sacrifices that all of these people make to put this together. I know what it takes. It's not easy. Right? I've called Boss at 2 p.m. and be like, what you doing, bro? He's like, I'm putting tonight's show together. Boss ain't going live till 8 p.m. At 2 p.m., he's working on the show. I've seen Law when he was going through tragedy, still out there at Oxnard, giving everything he had left with the fans. Right? I've seen the sacrifices that Rome makes, making a video damn near 365 days a week. 4 shows. You see what I'm saying? So I know the sacrifice it goes in. And here's the thing also. I hate how they're quick to disrespect us. But when they need help, who do they call? It ain't Ghostbusters. It ain't Ghostbusters. When they need help, who are you going to call? Hey, man, I'm trying to set up this live stream in Dallas. I want to do a live event in Dallas. Let me see if I can just call Law. Hey, man, I want to do this fan event and I want some live streaming going on, but I ain't got the equipment. Let me call boss. Right? If I showed you right now, the people who are insiders that DM me, yo, Tuck, what you hearing? What you hearing about the draft? What you know? Who you talk to? Who you know? Now, I have a guy, I'm not going to say his name, but he's a big NFL account. I'm talking about damn near 500,000 followers. He was inboxing me, right, about draft content, draft ideas, what I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to do, this and that, this and that. He would tweet it. Right? You just tweet it. I think Dallas Cowboys should go. Right? 500,000 followers. He's on TV. When I asked that person the other day, hey, man, let me get you on my show for 15 minutes. Just to get your thoughts on the Cowboys draft. Inbox must not be working no more. Inbox, man, it's not working no more. Now, all draft, 3 to 4 weeks leading up to the draft, inbox was clicking. Hey, Tuck, what's your thoughts on this? Hey, have you heard anything about a trade up? Hey, do you think the Dallas Cowboys would trade back? Hey, do you think they really can move up for Caleb Downs? Hey, do y'all think that they need an edge? Hey, I saw that you made a video about offensive line. Should they be considered for offensive line? Hey, man, what has Christian Parker really been saying in the interviews? What type of players are you looking for? Hey, man, do you guys think you can go to some offense? Hey, man, what's going to happen with this George Pickens deal? Y'all think I can go George? Hey, man. I asked for you to come on my show for 15 fucking minutes and there's no response still to this day. Not even, hey man, sorry, I can get back to you on that. Been super hectic. Been on vacation, nothing. Right? So I understand our community. We're the first to get spit on, but when you need a helping hand, boss, pick me up. Law, pick me up. Need some help. So, boss, how do you run this OBS thing? Can you show me? Yeah, I can show you. Yeah, man, I can show you how to do this. You know what I'm saying? I can help produce your show. I can do this, right? Then boss says, hey, man, y'all covering camp this year. I would really like to get credentials for Cowboys camp, man. It'd be dope. Like, get partnered together. Oh man, but Cowboys be kind of, they be kind of tight when it comes to credentials and stuff, man. They really don't like to pass them things out like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you go out there, bro, shit, just hit me. We can probably go get a drink or something. You know what I'm saying? And we can probably link up for some appetizers. Oh, but when you need to work OBS, when you needed a thumbnail, when you needed to create your YouTube channel, when you needed all them favors, I was your best friend. Appreciate the super chat. Culture, y'all can access spaces they can't. Welcome to the back of the bus. The CCs are here to stay. Keep cooking. Y'all are talented. Love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. And that is the message right there, Rob. Love me, hate me. Can't stand my guts. Worst takes ever. You cannot stand me. I'm not going anywhere. Boo. Boo. I'm not going anywhere. Boo. It's even worse now. Because now I'm building something where I can now bring others through the door with me. Oh, the key's unlocked. I got the skeleton key now. It's too late now. As soon as I get this damn web designer to finish the website, they're coming with me. Yeah, Lou's coming with me. Boss is coming with me. Law's coming with me. DMV's coming with me. Rome's coming with me. It's too late. Too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late. I'm building it because I know there are gatekeepers that will never allow the brain, the mind, the fortitude of Boss Cowboy or Lou or Henny or landlord in the building. Don't worry. Chuck got the key. Chuck got the key. So it might not even be me. You might just run into Lou Takes at the combine. Courtesy of CFO Sports. Sorry. But this is all the plan all along. There goes the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood. All the CC's out tonight. I didn't tell them I was going live. I haven't talked to anybody, but that's the difference, right? When you're really a part of something and you're from it, right? There's a difference. There's a difference. It's not manufactured. This is not fake. I just don't talk to Law Nation because he has 100,000 plus subscribers. And that's why me or Law are cool. No, it's not it. I fuck with Law because I fuck with Law. I fuck with Boss because I fuck with Boss. Fuck with Lou. Fuck with Lou. When I say Lou Takes is my retirement plan, I'm telling y'all right now, he's my retirement. I just don't like that Lou Takes. He's just, I don't know. Just the stuff that he says. Right? Lou Takes made a fucking movie on George Pickens that everybody should go watch. Now, is it going to do views? No. Not going to do views because he's saying what people don't want to hear. But the storytelling, the art, the editing, the poetry in motion, the way he put this whole thing together and packaged it together, it was some of the best content I've seen in a long fucking time. It actually made me want to try to get in my bag. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, Lou. All right, it's like, all right, bro, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? So I might gotta drop me a little banger coming up soon. But the details, the nuances, the storytelling, the cadence, Lou's a complete package. And since Lou is a complete package, Lou scares a lot of people. He scares a lot of people. I always say this about Lou. If there was anybody that I should gatekeep and be worried about taking my spot, it would have been Lou. I'm like, bro, this little, he got it quick. Lou dropped this channel, probably the third video y'all saw. Camera was upgraded. Edit was upgraded. Intro was upgraded. I said, oh, damn, this is, all right. Oh, he do film too? Shit, he played football too? God damn. All right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Woo. God damn, his thumbnails is fire too? He made that? Hold on. If there was anybody I should have gate kept, it would have been Lou. But instead, I said, you know what? He's my ticket out of here. I said, he's my ticket out of here. You know what I'm saying? He's my ticket out of here. So respect what we do. I love you all. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'm going to do this. I'm going to post a link if y'all want to jump on and talk ball, whatever. But you're going to do that probably for like 30 minutes. Let me do this here. Let me clear these out. If you haven't already, hype the video, like the video. I appreciate all the love. I apologize for people who thought this was about Dak Attack. It wasn't. Like I said, I ain't really got no problems with bro. I don't know if he's mentioned me since. I ain't got no problems. Y'all, I'm probably gonna hear me saying make another damn video about bro. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a simple ask. Pay us all the same respect. Right. And I feel like I think the problem with content creators is a lot of us, self-included, we built our brands, we built our names by being one with the community and interacting with each other and doing this and, you know, talking to every fan and interacting and doing all this fun stuff. Right. So people have felt so comfortable. Oh, that's just tough. I can talk to him anyway. See what I'm saying? Oh, that's just boss. So I can tell boss to shut your ass up. That's just law. I can call law a clown, right? So it's the comfort that we created. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the problem. Like I said, is it going to stop? No, right? It's the internet, but we see it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and post a link. If y'all want to jump on, we're going to start this for 30. You talk about whatever, toss questions. But I appreciate you all. I want to make sure I got all the super chats. Haters gonna hate. I think we got that one. Who that brother on the nag? They haters. Shut up and dribble. This is not Tuck. This is Timothy. Get on Django. I appreciate you, JT Wolf, for becoming a new member. Got those Jerry Shiesties. I'm gonna get all new emojis here soon. I want to get Caleb Downs ones. They mad because Law has over 100,000 on each platforms. Facts. Self-made. Right. They see the market coming and want to y'all to move out of the way. At the end of the day, you did right. Make them jokers fight you out in public. This is Sparta. And see, that's another thing, Rob. They see what happened. They don't like it. They'll play nice, but they don't really like it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's get to it. Bang. Yo, what's up? What's up? Hold on. Let me see. Can we hear you? Let's see if we can hear you. Hold on. Let me get this right. Yo, can you hear us? Is he gone? Is he gone? Is he gone? Yo, Jannard Daniels. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, what's going on with you, dog?
What's going on?
I'm
just checking out the content.
Hey man, appreciate you, man. So how you feeling about everything? You gonna say go ahead, ask a question, whatever, bro. I got you. So I want to give people the opportunity to jump on and speak their piece.
I just wanted to call in and let you know I appreciate you, man. I've been following Boss for a long time. I played the U of H with him and Luke Takes and you, and just keep doing what you're doing. Keep your head up, man.
Let me ask you this, bro. You can keep it real, man. I think Boss is gone. Was Boss good? Was Boss good at U of H? You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, that D1 level is a whole new level, man. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Like I got respect for anybody that play at that level because you just see people that put their heart and their soul into it. And you know, we all wanted to make it to the league when you go D1. But hey, if things don't work out like you want to.
Facts.
So
That's my boy, man. I thought Boss was gone, man. So he be back. So he played around receiver. So y'all had some battles, man. So yeah,
yeah.
bro. Hey, man, I appreciate the love as always, man. And keep doing your thing, bro. And I appreciate all the support, man. Facts.
Yeah, I appreciate all y'all. Like I said, I love all y'all I've been a Cowboy fan from way back, you know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Um I used to watch all the drafts since 1990. Like I've been
uh,
watching the drafts up and down. So for y'all to keep doing what y'all doing, and like I said, boss have a heart for them to win. And
mhm.
all y'all put out content and stuff out there for y'all to just get the Cowboys up to that level of what they was in the
Right.
'90s, you know.
Right.
And,
Right. And I don't think that's a tough ask. You know, like I mean, like I don't understand what the problem is where we're just saying, hey man, we want to win. You see what I'm saying? Oh, hold on. I think my dog right here. Hold on. I'm gonna pull him in and see. All right, there he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. He didn't even want to say
man.
my name, bro. You didn't want to say my name, dog. What's up? He asked you a direct question. Was I one of them ones, bro? You start tap dancing around that thing. I knew he wasn't gonna give me credit because he played receiver. You know what I'm saying? That's how the receivers be, bro. They don't never want to give the corners no credit. Yeah, y'all was that dude, man. And I used to lock you up every time, one-on-one. Never. You might not have caught a ball on me.
Hey,
Oh
I didn't
man.
want him to see.
What,
Now,
hold on,
now
boss,
he on there.
boss, what number was you, bro? What number was you?
Oh,
20.
I was 28, bro. I hated that number too, bro. I
Hey,
wanted
he had that number too. He had that 28.
28 was straight. 28 was straight. But I wanted that
Yeah.
7, bro. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted 7 with my whole
Yeah.
heart. Yeah,
But I know,
man.
man, when you come from Carter, you already know you're hard. So I ain't gonna. Yeah, that says it all right there. When you talking about
Sometimes
Carter
you gotta tell
Cowboys.
these dudes. Sometimes you gotta tell these dudes because they don't be knowing, bro. Like for real. Like
So,
that's we old now. Look, you got gray all in your mustache, bro. People don't know
I know.
you look
Hey,
like
and
Look at
then
that
I didn't
brotherly
want.
fight.
you a fireman.
And I didn't know boss get on here talking about me. You know, like I was a wide receiver, right? So that boy he's talking about Jason Parker a couple of weeks
Uh-huh.
ago.
Oh,
And that dude
dog.
hemmed me up. Like I'm a freshman, you know what I'm saying? Red shirt.
Ooh,
And I actually played running back and cornerback in high school. So I didn't know what
Uh-huh.
it was a whole new ball game moving out there to wide receiver. Got to get the quarterback, you know, on the same page to trust you. But JP
Yeah.
hemmed me up, man. And just, just
yeah. Hey, and
it
my
just
boy,
taught me a
man,
lot of lessons.
he a fireman now, man. So he stay in shape.
Yeah.
He probably still can run some routes.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, farming gotta stay in shape, bro. You know what I'm saying? So well, hey dog, yo, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? I know you probably used to sauce boss up, you know what I'm saying? Especially that number 28 out there.
Bro, no. My dog was nice though. He was quick. That's one thing
Yeah.
about
That was
and
quick.
he was
Yeah.
nonstop too. And he was a man of faith, still a man of faith. So he done
That's great, bro.
smoked and drink.
Now I
Mhm.
So
really
like
appreciate now boss helped me get through college, man, as far as like just even from the spiritual standpoint and even from the academic
Mhm.
standpoint. We
yeah,
part of the entrepreneurship program, so all the strategies
yeah,
and all
yeah,
the
Yeah.
ideas that he have, he got that from U of
Yeah.
H. And he one of the wisest person I know. I mean, you probably know this, but
Man,
he's just one of the
boss is
wisest
super
person
wise,
that's
man.
living.
Man, I owe boss so many favors because he's prevented me for so many crash outs. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
nah,
He like,
nah.
man, stop, take a lap, breathe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just think about it, man. So, but yo, bro, we appreciate it, man. We're gonna let some other people come in. Boss, you gonna roll with
All
me for a
right.
little bit?
Yeah, man, I
Yeah.
got you. I got you.
All
You know,
right,
I
bet,
go
yeah.
on
And
and
he
I gotta
All right,
work
and he
out.
on
appreciate you.
another level spiritually. I'm looking for that whole nother page. When y'all
Man,
recruiting this Bible
I gotta
content,
get back.
that's a whole nother
I gotta
issue.
get
But
back
we
with the
come.
Lord, bro. I'm tripping on that. My backslide
Cause he a
game
true
is
prophet
on
right here.
top
He a
right
true
now.
prophet right now.
Hey, my backslide game is tripping right now. Keep me in prayer, bro. Real talk. Real talk too.
All right. All
Real
right.
talk.
Love you though.
I
Appreciate you,
love you
All
bro.
too,
right.
bro.
Appreciate you.
That's my real
All
life
right.
bro right there too. Real talk. Like
We're
real
gonna
talk.
keep on
Like
rolling, man. We're gonna keep on rolling. And then see here. I got another one. My dog Dante, man. What's going on with you, bro?
What's up, man? Oh yeah, hold on.
Good.
For some reason the sound just went out.
Can you hear
I
me?
cannot hear. Hold on one second.
All right.
I'll come back in. I'll come back in.
All right. All right. All right, boss,
he just
man.
had to
Shoot me
put it
straight,
on mute.
bro. I
He
know you
just had to
probably
put
got
it on
something to
mute.
chime in on.
Yeah, well, I want to say, man, that I'm glad you're doing this because people was getting a little bit too comfortable. And
Mhm.
sometimes you got to slap people when they starting to do too much
Right.
because it was, what get annoying is when you really trying to do content to win and then people keep trying to point us and paint us if we doing this for attention, right?
Right.
Like, so, I'm getting ready to do a show on downs and that number, right?
Mhm.
Now, you played, I played,
Right.
and we played enough skill positions to know that those numbers affect our confidence. You know,
Mhm.
the first thing you said, not even intentional, was what was boss's number? You see what I'm saying? Because it's
Right.
one of those things that's like when you in the frat, and it don't matter what level you on.
Mhm.
If you played any kind of spit, you know how important it is. So when we bring that up, and then somebody say,
Mhm.
"Oh, y'all doing that for engagement. That number ain't no big deal." It's like,
Right.
nah, bro. Like, no, we really want Downs to be at his optimum confidence. So
Right.
we have the conversation that most people not willing to say.
Right.
And then when we do it, it's not respected. So I'm glad you did this. And the content community glad you did this. That's why we showed up the way we did. Because you basically saying what we've been wanting to say, basically.
Mhm. Facts. Facts. And I just feel like, I know Rome has said it in a roundabout way. I know you kind of, and it just got to the point where this morning, bro, I was just like, I think when I saw that Inside the Stars, I'm like, bro, y'all too? Like, I don't even know who
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
are, bro.
It
Like,
rubbed you.
where are y'all coming from? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
and it just feels like it's a direct attack for some weird reason. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it might be a mixture of all the things that was mentioned, bro, but it just don't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel
No.
like the thing I don't like about it, boss, is that we always got to be the bigger men. You see what I'm saying? Because
Right.
kind
Okay.
of like George Pickens, right? They've already had this disdain for us. They've already created these narratives about us. So we have to move in a certain way where if I'm at a situation like a Radio Row, you can act any way regarding about me. But if I was to respond, then it's gonna be like them CCs, right? Them content
Yeah.
creators. This is why, right? So it's
Yeah.
just one of those things where sometimes I get tired of moving like that.
Nah,
Yo,
and
Rob, can you hear us? I think the Rob joining and can jump out.
it get annoying, bro, because like you said, the content creators are great. They not
Right,
just great at content, they dope people.
right,
Like you said, engineers, consultants, VPs, like these are dudes that and women that do like I called Star the other day. She's like, boss, let me call you back. I'm with a client.
right,
She's a lawyer, dog.
right, right.
Let me
Yeah,
let him go
and
though.
yeah, and just talk to her like she's
Yeah,
just
like
pip.
like she's ain't shit. It's like, bro,
Right,
she'll buy you. Like she'll
right,
literally buy the OC will buy you, bro. Like for
right,
real. Like anybody that think you popping, you ain't popping. Like my partner's popping. And it's
right,
like, and then like even with Tuck don't even like to talk about his success because this is his getaway. So
right,
like every time I try to push Tuck and I say, hey, bro, I don't know if y'all notice he's a VP. He'll say, all right, boss, because that's not what this is about. This is
right.
about with Tuck.
It's my
This is
escape.
my getaway. This is my safe place. This is where I'm able to be raw. I'm able to be a raw fan. I'm gonna go to the games. I'm gonna get rowdy. Now,
Right,
when I go to corporate, I'm gonna be button up. I'm gonna be
right,
handling business. I'm gonna be executive. I'm gonna be moving and shaking. And so, like, people don't know that. Like, most people don't even know Lou is an engineer.
right, right. And this
So,
idiot clown. You know what I'm saying?
clown,
Yeah.
clown.
My dog Dante, man, can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know what
All right,
happened
man.
before. As soon as I came on stage, it was just like all the audio went away. So
Yeah, it happens, man. How you doing, dog? Like, here's another goat. You know what I'm saying? I know he doesn't count as Cowboys, man, but my dog Dante
yeah.
is out there. He's phenomenal, bro. He just knows ball, man. He's a breath of fresh air, man. What's going on with you, bro?
I just wanted to pop in, man. Like I wrote, I don't know if you saw the comment, but just to let everybody know, man. Like when you came on originally it was before the season when I was going around and getting all the content creators that I could for each team. And you know me, I'll seek out information. If I don't know something, I don't know. But
Right.
our conversation went a lot deeper, especially after the
Mhm.
fact. And I don't know if you've seen, like, I rebranded instead of
Oh, yeah, I
East Coast
saw.
Gridiron.
Yeah.
We're Gridiron Apex now. So like,
Yeah.
and that was kind of like the conversation. You were like, man, like I know you're from the East Coast, but you talk everything. So
Right.
you might want to broaden
Yeah.
your horizon. So that you were part of that change, man. And like I tell people, you were one of the only dudes that was like, you didn't look at my subscriber count. You were just like, hey, here's my number. If you need anything, you let me
Mhm.
know. You text me whenever. I text you the one
Right.
time we were chopping up about something, but you reshare my stuff from time to time. So yeah, you're a breath of fresh air, to the
Appreciate you,
community.
dog.
So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I know everybody has their own drama, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. And it's like, how did I get looped into this? And it's just because people, I think at the end of the day, people just truly don't listen to what we're saying. And
Right.
they can't take an outside perspective about anything. And then when you throw in stuff like, oh, like back here, all the
Right.
credentials that I got and everything, because I'm out in the street and on the grass,
Right.
then it's
Yeah.
like, you throw that in their face, and they're like, oh, you're a know-it-all. And it's like, no.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like,
yeah.
so that's the thing, bro. It's like Dante, he's certified, he's coach, he's done a lot. So he knows the game of football, right? So it's hard when you're having these lazy conversations. He's looking at it like, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make sense, right? Because it's just your football brain. I think that's for some of us. Sometimes I might, you know what I'm saying, after a few drinks, I can't turn it off and just be casual all the time besides game day, right? We're very analytical in our approach. And it's the same thing with you, but then it comes up, Dante thinks he knows everything or he thinks he's better than me when he's just asking you a simple question like, did you know what that coverage was by chance? Like, did you know, what that actual route concept was by chance before you want to go blame the quarterback? Like, whose responsibility is it really? So, but I appreciate you, bro. I seen you grow, love your draft content. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, others just make me proud, bro, because I want to be in a situation where people understand talking football is cool. See what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be
people get way too personal, man. Like, and I don't know if people actually know, like, what the people that they watch, what are they defined as? Because some of us, like you, boss, I watch your content from time to time. I'm not the biggest commenter of, go in the comment section and things like that. But, what I'm saying? I know who you are and I know who everybody else is. When I press the subscribe button, it means I truly believe in what you're saying. It's there for a reason. I'm not there just to say I got a million channels that I subscribe to. What's the point of subscribing to a channel if you're actually not getting something from it, in my opinion? But so that's why I like on my channel, I don't ask for it or anything. So, I appreciate, what you're doing. And then as soon as you make content like this, like I just had somebody be racist in my comment section. I put them on blast. And I'm like, dude, over a football take, man?
Over a football tweet. That's what I'm saying. So, like, people have gotten so comfortable, bro. And it's like, you don't want to be in a situation where you sit, and I get it. I read books, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot to Mel Robbins, like, let them. But sometimes it's hard to let shit slide, bro. You can get to a point where, like, all right, enough's enough, and I'm seeing it too frequently, and I'm seeing it be condoned, and it just looks a certain way to me. And I just want people to know we see it. So, my dog, appreciate you, man. We got a bunch of people jumping in now.
I appreciate you guys.
Everybody really can find you, though, bro, because y'all want some football content. Definitely go follow my dog, Dante.
Yeah, man, we've been doing a lot of things. I did draft guides and everything. If you Google Gridiron Apex, our website with the draft guides and all that stuff will pop up, man. I hate you guys for getting Caleb Downs, by the way.
Hey, man, disrespect the game, man. You know what I'm saying?
We drafted Nate Borkircher in the first round. So
who's your team though?
Jaguars.
Jags.
Oh, I understand.
We play y'all though, so that'll be a fun little game.
I understand your envy,
that's gonna be fun.
Jags, man, I get it. Like,
hey, man, salute to you guys, man. I'll talk to you later.
What's the name of the channel?
Gridiron Apex.
All right, Gridiron. I'm gonna go there, man, because I like to get game too.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, man. He's one of those ones, man. We gotta do some content soon. Get in the lab, man. Go to the spin.
Yeah, for sure. So, just DM me, man. All right, I'll see you guys. Peace.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna continue bringing the big dogs, man. Got another big dog, man. He needs no introduction, man. Yeah, what's good, man?
What's up, man? We got brother lost up in the house. Lost up.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what Jesus said, mention my name, bring the whole city out. You know what I'm saying?
That camera all in my face, but let me zoom out a little bit.
Hey, hit that button one more time, bro. That Trump button.
Look at my African American over here.
Look at my African American. What's good, baby? I'm back, baby.
Hey, what's going on with you, dog? We got royalty in the building, man. Man, let me there's some fire emojis in the chat for my dog, Law, man.
Yeah. Say my name like 3 times, like Candyman. I'm up in this bug, man.
Yeah, dog. My dog, Law, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Hey, got like you said, I was working when you was saying, like, man, I believe Law working. Hey, boss, what you doing tomorrow, man?
Oh, I'm free. What's up?
I got an event tomorrow between 9 and 2. We gonna be speaking with the kids, man.
I'm with it.
You with it?
See?
It's gonna be in Fair Park, Briscoe.
I hit you.
And
I know you're gonna have it set up. Got my channel already ready to go.
Tuck. Last year we had Alicia Bungardner. She's gonna
I
come
know.
again.
Oh, so it's gonna be that thing?
Yeah, she's
Is
gonna
that
come
pool
again.
party y'all had?
Oh, not that
That-
one, but yeah, it's gonna be something similar, you know.
I need to invite to that pool party. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I need to invite to that pool party.
Oh,
dog.
that's
You know
on
what
the
I'm
23rd. On the 23rd of let me see. Here you go, right here.
He ain't
We
playing.
got. I'm for real. We
No,
got
he for real.
Lorenz. We got Lorenz.
saying? When is it? When is it? 23rd or what? May?
May the 23rd. Got Lorenz Tate. Got LaToya Luckett. You know, this is what we gonna have.
Oh
Yeah.
man, you know
I'm
what I'm
finna
saying?
put that
I
out.
gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My lean for the summer ain't, you know what I'm saying? We not,
Yeah, it's all white party, but us content creators, you know.
yeah,
Hey,
those CCs, those CCs. Get some CCs in the chat, bro.
Those CCs. Those CCs. Hey, listen, and I
told
say
my
this.
guy Clarence, I said, I'm not just a content creator, man. I'm a business
Right.
owner. I'm a media company. But Clarence, my
Right.
guy, I know he says it, but I said, look, man, I'm a media company. You look it up, Law Nation Media. You'll see my name and you'll see all of the things that I've been doing. So I'm beyond just a content creator, by the way. But that's a whole nother conversation.
I say this. I say this with all respect, and I mean this. You know, I got mad one time because I felt like Bobby Belt was trying to come at, you know, like wannabes.
Oh.
And I got real mad about that. Like, bro, but he said he wasn't talking to us, but before he set that record straight, I went off. And I was like, bro, I don't want to be no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's not saying all old school media bitches and water carriers.
Right.
You know, but I really mean this when I say this, bro. And I say this all the time. I want to be Law Nation.
Right.
That's what you want to be. Where
Right.
you can be free, you independent, you get your own sponsors, you making a living off this and a good living off this. He don't have to be filtered at all. He ain't got to cut his hair. He ain't got to shake. He ain't got to shuck and jive. He ain't got to tap dance. He ain't got to sing the company song. He ain't got to be nice to Pickens. He ain't got to.
Right.
He can be direct and see that's our superpower, you know?
Right.
And so that's why I said what I said. It's like it ain't no disrespect because I know I like Chill. I know Chill asks hard questions, and I know Chill ain't no bitch. Like I really do know that. You know
the hardest part about Chill is, and I'm just being real, there's not a lot of us in there in that environment. You know what I'm saying? So he gotta toe the line, and and then I was like, look, man, you gotta be yourself, man. Don't be worried about that.
Man, Chill go hard.
Hey, you ain't lying.
Right.
My guy, we got the bearded warrior in here, man. What's good?
What's going on, guys? How we doing, gents?
What's up?
Everybody doing well?
We doing good.
Doug, I'm talking about the whatever that. Are you okay? Are you okay? I saw that back.
Are we glitching out? Am I glitching out? Or is it?
I can hear you, Tug. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. No.
Our dog Knicks, man. What's going on with you, bro?
What's going on, Gents? Can you hear me? Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah, you hear you good. You good?
Okay. I was going to check in like your boy online. Are you okay? So,
Yeah.
like why? That was so random earlier today on that front. But
I'm good, man. So let me ask you from your lens, Knicks. What do you think it is, bro? Because I know you've gotten it. You know what I'm saying? I know the situation that happened with you, right? They,
I've
you know
had
what I'm saying?
threats the whole nine. Yeah.
Right.
It's Twitter, right? Then that's why I asked earlier in the show. I was like, is it all the platforms that you're getting this push on, or is it just particularly X, right? Is it other platforms that you're getting the same type of what's the word I want there? Behind a fake profile, talking reckless, right? Or is it just X? Is it like all the platforms that y'all are on going through those things? Or is it just that lane where it's really heavy on that lane?
I can only speak for me. I would probably say I don't pay much attention to the other platforms. Twitter's the main one, right? And I feel like Twitter is not the fake profiles for me personally. It's not the trolls, right? That happens across the board. It's the people who are supposed to be, I don't want to say it's superiors, but what I want to say, contemporaries or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I see what I'm saying. Like, it's the media
in the industry,
people,
in
the industry,
right?
Also, honestly, in another way of saying it, they also content creators. Like,
everybody
that's crazy,
right?
Like you just do it in a different medium, bro. Like, You do content if you write, you do content if you have spaces, you do content if you on YouTube. Like YouTube, it's like YouTube is looked at as content creators. It's like, no, bro.
Right. No. You got a real good point, man. I think the X app or Twitter, you get more of a pushback on anything, right? Right. And anybody can have a blue check mark. Anybody can say, okay, they're affiliated with this and that. And I think that kind of watered down Twitter. Twitter used to be a place where you can go to get real good information. Now it's a place about where you can go to get real cap stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of people that be fake and phony on Twitter. They run their Twitter miles and stuff, but you see them in a physical form. They just all kind of like fold up like wallets and lawn chairs. So there's a lot of affiliation with Twitter, but the real getting it out of the mud gonna always still be YouTube. Gonna always still be Facebook, gonna always still be the other platforms outside of Twitter though. Because have you noticed standard, everybody still try to get everybody do their stuff, but they eventually all get back to YouTube. You get what I'm saying? Right. YouTube is still king. Now TikTok, that's a whole nother animal now, you know, you be doing dances on TikTok and do crazy numbers.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, of course. So, and going back to earlier in the show, it's like you brought up the tweet and I said, shaking my head, you said the extra sauce and all that. But me and him have been going back and forth though. Right. There's one little aspect you can look at.
So here's the thing. Was Rome aware of that?
Yeah, because me and Rome, because we went back and forth. Some other people started jumping in. Rome said, hey man, I'm gonna bang your line. I said, bet, say less. I got you because it was too much going on. Cool. And guess what? I never got a call. So I was like, oh, it's cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, from that standpoint, I mean, from me, us going back and forth, I mean, I know everybody. We go back and forth. Y'all pull up, I pull up. It really ain't a problem. So from my standpoint of that, it wasn't nothing extra. Like, come on, Rome, you know what time it is. You know, we had it back and forth the whole nine. And then again, others from the outside started coming in. Rome's like, yo, I'm gonna bang your line. I said, say less, bro. I got you. And I just wait for the call. We just ain't got the call yet. That's all.
Because I think what gets missed in that, Nick's right. Even if, like, it's me and you, right? Me and you can go back and forth all day. Like me and Professor O, right? Me and Professor O went back and forth this morning, right?
Me and Boss go back and forth all day.
If they see, right. Like so this is what we do, right? But if some people see the extra, right? Whether it's shaking my head, something's like, it's very minimal, right? They decide to take it to a whole different level. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, for our standpoint, I think sometimes we can't invite that in, right? Because if I know if I'm going back and forth with you, right? And I say, Nick, shut up, you know what I'm saying? Shut your ass up or something like that, right? People who are anti-Knicks, that now
I got you.
But I'm saying, right? I'm just saying, right? Because there are some such a situation, right? Because sometimes it comes off condescending, it comes off snarky, right? And it's hard. I mean, that's why I tell people turn the ring lights on, because you can never read through context. You might be laughing like, man, shit, man, you know what I'm saying? Wrong, you know what I'm saying? But the context looks different. You see what I'm saying? And you never know how people feel about that. You see what I'm saying? So I think from Rome's standpoint, I know the CC's stuff below, that's what set the ripple effect for him. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But sometimes it's like the extra. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So that's where I'm at.
Well, here's another thing is though, with Twitter is cliquish. It's like you can't disagree with somebody that's already in this space. And I seen what let me see what old boy said. DMV, I think he said it. He said that nobody would call Brian Broaders or Jeff Kavanaugh content creators, right? So during the draft process, there may be a situation where I have a difference of opinion of someone, right? And if I say it, I didn't even know where it came from, but now all of a sudden I'm a hater. You know what I'm saying? Or you hating on Brian Broaders on his work and all of this stuff. And they say, well, they look at a lot of film law and blah, blah, blah. I said, well, shit, I look at film too. You know what I'm saying? It's like I played the game, you played the game, we all played the game. We can have a difference of opinion, but we can still be in the same lane. And just because someone did it probably longer than you in that space doesn't mean that they always right too, you know? So that's just how this Cowboys world is too, by the way.
Right. So I think we got Marcus Mosher to actually pull up. All right, we're gonna see. All right. But so I just think that's the
Did he come in the house I so hope Marcus Mo should have came in the house because me and him.
I think that's his account. You know what I'm saying? I posted the link. Posted the link again.
I so hope Marcus Mo should fit. Nah, I rock with Marcus.
I mean, we've been in spaces before.
Marcus,
you see what I'm saying?
In here, man.
Hey, get up in here, huh?
Because it's a whole lot of football, man. You need to talk about.
So it's going to ask you to do the biggest colorful charts.
I mean, I know he probably got something colorful. You know what I'm saying? He'll hit us with something. But my question is, right? This is how it should be handled, right? I don't the back and forth. All right, here you go.
There we go. Get up in here, Marcus Morsher. Get your
look at my African
Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. I think I gotta
get over here, man.
I gotta create a different layout. Hold up.
You got to switch it around, huh? Yeah. I get to pressing these buttons over here. Boss know how it goes.
Oh man, I do.
Hold on, let me see.
I do. Oh man, yeah,
hold on.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
Get him up in here.
Get him up in here, man.
Get up in here, man.
You know what? I haven't.
Hold on, man. I'm trying to. I gotta fly this plane.
Man. Why you doing that? I'm talking to Boss and Knicks, man. Hey,
you're a pro.
Hey, go ahead. Y'all drive. While I fly.
We got you. We know how to rock.
As long as you're not a Spirit airline.
Yeah, go ahead and fly.
Oh, you might get dropped.
All right, so how y'all feel about the draft, man? Because I haven't even talked to y'all about the damn draft. We can start off with the undrafted guys, or you want to talk about the drafted guys? Well, Knicks, which one you want to talk about, man?
Let's go to day 3. Can we go to day 3 real quick?
Okay.
Let's go to day 3 because I think as we were going through the process live and covering it, I felt like, it's going to be offense. I felt like it was going to be offensive tackle. I thought it was going to be cornerback. Although I thought it was going to be crown over, and I thought it was going to be Malik Muhammad. And then the little curveball there with Sheldon, and then it came back with Moore. And look, I ain't going to lie, in real time, I was like, look, I know Sheldon. I watched Sheldon. I went through Sheldon. Moore, guess what? I didn't do no work on Moore live. There was like, hey, what about Moore? I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I do not know. I didn't do nothing on him. Love to catch up on what he did. And I'll go over the boss because obviously former cornerback and everything when it comes to Moore, 6'3", healthy on the back end. We learned that about him, right? What do you see from Moore as an outside corner and where you see from there? But I'm excited about Sheldon on the idea that Riley wanted him for a very long time and said he finally got him, which is really cool as well, too. Some more competition with the tackle.
Okay. Sheldon gonna be okay, but Moore, I think he gonna have some refinery work. But boss, go ahead, give me your thoughts on Moore first.
Well, with Moore, I did do work on Moore, and I didn't put any stars by him. So people that bought my books, 3-star is like the top, and then if you like exceptional, I give you 4. And so maybe 4 people a year I give 4 stars to, so that lets you know how rare it is. And Downs was somebody who got 4 stars, to let y'all know. Like he was one of them in my book that got 4 stars. So I didn't give any stars to him, but I wanted him because of the traits. And I said, and what I specifically put in my notes, I said, he's the type of guy that if you're a teacher like Parker, you want him because of the traits. So, and you want to be able to get your hands on him and you want to be able to mold him. So Moore is super moldable. He has all the twitch, but with a big frame that, that won't even take him long.
We lived through this moment before with the Israel Mukumu. We lived with this with Nashawn Wright. Is he anywhere close or far away from those boys?
He's twitchier.
He's
twitchier. He's definitely twitchier, definitely quicker. Like he's somebody that like a good technical coach is gonna make a miracle out of him, and then fast too. Because see, corner is something that if you can teach it, it don't take like tackle and defensive ends where it take 3 years, right? It's one of those things you could tell people little things that it make epic differences to their game, technical wise. So he's gonna turn quick if Parker and that cornerback coach or the coaches is what they say they are.
No doubt.
All right, so we're gonna introduce someone to the show. We got Marcus, you know what I'm saying? What's up, bro? You pulled up, man. A little late, but you know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, man?
By the way, Marcus, you got the best name in the world.
I know. His mic is muted. The mic is muted. Hold on, let's get this right.
Last name.
All right, we're good now. We got the best name in the world.
There he is.
You gotta once you hear the story of how Marcus got his name, it's actually hilarious, man.
Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, I remember this story.
My dad really liked the Raiders, so he named me after Marcus Allen, who happens to be a running back. So for the rest of my life, I've been carrying around this name that's attached to one of the greatest running backs of all time. So kind of had to make it part of the persona. Just hating running backs all the time. It fits. I like it.
Hey, can I get a story in too? Guess what got me loving football? I remember the day I fell in love. It was watching the Raiders when he won a Super Bowl. Marcus Allen. That was literally the day I fell in love with football. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. It's crazy. Man. I was sick, and I kept hearing my name, Marcus. So I run, and my whole family they rooting around the TV, Marcus. and it's 1985, and Marcus is running. And
showing your age, bro.
And I wanted. I know. Hey. But I wanted that feeling. So anyway, that's crazy.
Yeah. At least you're a Raiders fan, though.
I just got to talk to J Tuck real quick because.
Go ahead, man. Let's get straight
to it.
Because he was all upset this morning. I was drinking my coffee. I was having my breakfast, right? And I see the tweet that he sends out about George Pickens. Now, listen, we all have different opinions on Pickens, on the trade value. I've made mine pretty clear. I just don't think he's got a lot of trade value. And then Tuck tells me to jump on the live stream. Listen, I got 3 young kids under 4. I can't come on at 5:00 Eastern time.
You could have adjusted the time. Oh, you're so flexible.
That's why I waited till now to come on. And I had to get my ring light set up, as you were so concerned.
There you go, man. The ring light. Yeah, not too bad, man.
Anybody that watches the Locked On Cowboys podcast knows we do a podcast every single day. So it's a nice camera. We got the ring lights. The setup is fine. It's just the time was the only thing.
Oh, okay. All right, man. So talk to me about this George Pickens thing. What did I say that was so egregious that got to you?
Nothing. I mean, I think part of the problem is that you can't really tell tone, right? And
right.
Listen, we all have our opinions towards it, so it's not that big of a deal. I just don't think Pickens has the trade value that I think a lot of Cowboy fans are hoping for. Like when they saw that Jalen Waddle trade go down this offseason, they all assumed, hey, if Waddle's getting a 1 and a 3, how come Pickens isn't? And I really, really wish it was just based on talent. Unfortunately, it's not. It's contract, right? You're really trading for a contract more than trading for the player. And with AJ Brown has 4 years left on his deal. Jalen Waddle, I think, had 3 years left on his deal. Teams are very hesitant to give away draft capital and pay a guy $40 million a year.
Right.
I just think that's why a trade has never been realistic for Pickens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mark,
so
Mark, let me say this, J Tuck, let me just say this. But the reports are 0 interest.
Yeah.
That's it's one-sided. It's just one-sided.
The way Marcus said it was right. He said it right.
And I agree, right? I think with the tag that suppresses George Pickens' market, right? But the way it's being addressed is that there's 0 interest, nothing available, no one wants him because of the off the field stuff in Pittsburgh. That's what I'm trying to fight. And honestly, Marcus, the reason why I mentioned AJ Brown was because I'm not even talking about AJ Brown now from Philly, but I'm talking about if you go back to when he was in Tennessee, it was kind of a similar situation when Philadelphia traded for AJ Brown after 3 years when he was on his contract year, right? And he went over to Philadelphia. So it's the kind of the same thing if you look from a statistical standpoint, but Philly didn't say, hey, you have more to prove, right? Or more to show us going back to what happened in Tennessee, right? They brought over AJ Brown, they traded for him, and they signed him to an extension. So I'm saying that's a similar situation. But what I'm saying is, I understand George Pickens, right? Is he worth 2 first-round picks and a brand new contract that's going to be top of the market? Probably not. That suppresses him. But I feel like people are acting like nobody wants George Pickens because he's damaged goods because of what happened in Pittsburgh. I just hate that narrative, if that makes sense.
Yeah, not the case. From where I'm looking at, outside looking in, I don't think it has anything to do with George Pickens, the person. I don't think it has anything to do with George Pickens, the talent. It's more exactly how Marcus put it. It's more who's going to give up potentially 2 first-round picks and pay him X amount of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So
the other side. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but does that bode well for the Cowboys as far as contract negotiations? I mean, I'm asking you guys. You guys are the residents here.
I mean,
Dallas.
yeah.
I got downs.
I mean,
downs on that.
I got but I think the other side though, there is Tennessee didn't really soil AJ's name before the trade. Pittsburgh definitely soiled Pickett's name before that. Because remember, this time last year, where the Cowboys traded a third, the league said we were absolutely crazy for trading a third for Pickens. At the time.
Right.
Oh, now, it's crazy how a year changes that narrative, right? Within that spectrum, right? And now the cow, where it is. But also, I think the other thing that's been lost in the sauce, something I've tried to really talk about extensively. Boston, you've been in the space. We had this conversation before too. Is that they don't have to trade him for 2 firsts, right? They can negotiate, pull the tag, and trade him for something else. Right. I think that's kind of been lost throughout the process here. And then now we get the snippet, whether we want to buy it or not, right? The snippet is during the draft, his agents, his team did some poking around. They decide what was best for business is to sign the tag. Now, where does it go from there? We'll see, right? But it's just crazy. Like, we're a year later, and the Cowboys were the only team that was crazy enough, and we got bashed for that pick, and then trading that pick to get him. And now the value side, and whoever's reporting there's no value. I mean, we know that. I mean, that's tongue. Come on,
right? And so, I think that's what we're fighting against, right?
And that's the problem,
way
right?
The way it's being presented. There's no value. There's no market for him, right? It's just like, no, with the tag, I understand it, right? Paying George Pickens top of the market money, right? I would be a little bit skeptical about that because I'm not. So it depends on the team and the situation. So I understand. I just hate that because what fans hear is nobody wants him. There's no market. So Dallas was the only place he can go, but they're leaving out is probably due to that tag and also a team making the Cowboys an offer that they actually want for George Pickens. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So and here's the other thing though, Chuck, that I don't like how the Cowboys handle this particular part of it. If you're gonna keep him, why release all of this information anyhow? Pickens been late for meetings. You don't have to announce that. That's in-house stuff, or Pickens this and that. He still have some small character problems. You don't have to release that information if you're going to keep them anyway.
But are they releasing that? Because we really haven't heard. It's been more speculation right now. We know that he got benched in the Raiders game.
Right?
Yeah, and we know that Lions game that was on prime time was pretty rough. But this doesn't feel like a Micah Parsons. It doesn't feel like the Micah Parsons where a lot of this stuff was getting leaked. I think this is coming from more outside people rather than the Cowboys.
Well, we have to figure out though internally though. 1 second, we have to figure out internally is how did we go from hey Pickens is our guy, we just franchise tagged him because we don't want anyone to take him from us to we ain't negotiating nothing. He's playing on the tag. So we skipped something in that story. Like it went from they're working on negotiations to a hard. We're not negotiating. He's playing on the tag and we're aware. So there must have been a conversation piece in between where Dave may have mentioned the price tag or something, but I think that's the missing piece of the story that we haven't figured out because it went from hey, we're working on it to a hard no, he's playing on the tag, period, deal with it.
Well, either way, it's going to be hard out of the gate, though. Either way is unacceptable because there is no way even if he leaked out a number that you say we're not negotiating anymore. That we all know we know the game, whether you bought a car, you bought a G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. We know how the game goes when you bought it. We know. You start high, I start low, we meet in the middle. So we know how that goes. So to just eliminate talking together is the major elephant in the room that us as content creators and the media to me are failing. Because, see, that's the real breakdown right now. It's the fact that they're saying we're not even open to talk. Let me give a perfect example. Everybody know that Diggs should have commanded top of the market corner money. We all know that, right? 11 interceptions, was shutting down number ones week in and week out. PFF lied on him when they said he gave up 1,000 yards. Clear lie, right? You can look at the film. It's so easy to see. You can't shut down Jefferson, DJ Moore, A.J. Brown, D. Smith, get a pick on him, take it to the house, and Mike Evans, and then give up 1,000 yards. We know that's a lie. But yet he was team friendly. Why? He was willing to talk. And he was willing to take a deal. So if the Joneses is not willing to talk, that's setting up to me Pickens to potentially become malcontent, and people that really watched him in Pittsburgh know that's creating a time bomb that none of us should want in 2026.
Right.
I agree, but I disagree slightly only because I mean, I think like Tuck, you alluded to it. I think there's a conversation that happened in between this that brought it to him signing the tag. I mean, first it was yeah, well, we want to keep him long term, but then we go straight to we're not going to, and I think that has something to do with the fact that when he was set to sign the tag during the draft and he didn't. I think that the reports just came out saying that he was shopped around just to see what his numbers would be across the league. I think that probably had something to do with it, and a conversation ensued.
Go ahead, Nix. Or Marcus, are there?
No, they're good.
I just think the Cowboys hold all the leverage here, and this is such a different situation than Micah last year because the NFL. There was a piece that came out by Bob McGinn in the 2022 draft where NFL scouts ranked Pickens as the most talented receiver in that class. But he said 12 different teams that know had him out completely off their draft board. There was an article by Bruce Feldman of The Athletic who said over half the teams in the league had him out off their draft board. George Pickens was fined over $200,000 by the Steelers during the 2023 season for being late to meetings. And that stuff is all reported to the NFLPA. So it's out there and all these teams can see it. This isn't something that just is hidden behind closed doors. They put him available on the trading block after the 2024 season. And according to Jonathan Jones of CBS, not a single team called Pittsburgh from February until April. The Cowboys called after the draft in May. They traded a third-round pick. He had a huge year on a cheap contract, and now he's ready to get paid, but there's no team in the league that wants to give this guy a long-term contract without him being in the building first. I talked to a team that has a huge wide receiver need, and I asked, if Pickens was available on the open market, what would your team pay? And he laughed at me about the idea of even bringing Pickens into their locker room at any price. And I think that's the overall point is his reputation is so bad around the rest of the league that the idea of even one first-round pick and giving him $38 million a year is just totally off the table. And that's why I think this thing, honestly, for both sides makes all the sense in the world. Let him play on the franchise tag, keep restoring that reputation. And I think if he has one more really good year on and off the field, you will see the Cowboys give him a long-term deal.
You can't restore that, right? Because here's the thing. NFL teams don't care. Let's be honest, Marcus. Right? Deshaun Watson had all those situations going on in Houston, and then when he went to Cleveland, he got traded and they paid him. They don't care. Stephon Diggs has been a menace off the field in real issues.
Right.
Teams, so there's always going to be a market.
Antonio Brown,
not to quote, famous Allen Iverson, we're talking about practice, not arrest, not bar fights, not people who've been driving drunk and all sorts. We're talking about practice. So you mean to tell me just because George Pickens has been late to practice, every team is just out on this one particular player? But we've seen numerous situations where wide receivers, diva wide receivers, that's done a whole lot worse. They've had a market.
I had one coach tell me one time, I can deal with a bad guy off the field if he shows up to practice and does his job. And I know that's not fair. It's really, really not fair because I don't believe that George Pickens is a bad dude by any stretch. Just to be clear, he seems like a really genuine kid who loves football. But there are coaches that really care about being 5 minutes early to meetings, not being late to the first couple reps of practice. And that matters more, unfortunately, than whether you're a woman beater off the field to them.
Yeah, and I will say, though, where I'm torn on that, Marcus, is when you hear the overwhelming, glowing praise that came from Dallas as well.
Right.
So it's like I can't see how somebody can't see Pittsburgh as a sour grape organization, especially when you see what Nick said when he was like, they was openly like, man, we fucked that up. Like we really messed that up.
Here's the crazy part. He's not the only wide receiver that was disgruntled in Pittsburgh.
Right.
No, I know.
It's one of those, it's like you can't go get DK, right? And then be like, well, we just out on Pickens.
Yeah.
Because see, the praise from Dallas, like when you look at all the clips that Jerry said, great teammate, A+,
right,
far exceeded all of our expectations, and not just one quote. We talking about every week.
We love
games that you could point to them and say, "What about the low play on Detroit?" And then you talk to Shotty, then you talk to Jerry. Both of them say the exact same thing. I look at the body of work, man. Everybody gonna have a bad moment, even when they bring up, like when you talk about being late, right? Like what did Shotty say and Jerry say? Hell, I'm late, right? So I do agree, Marcus. We know how football is. You got them tight wads, you got the tight wad GMs, the tight wad coaches, but then you got the shotties out there. Like they're fools. I'm taking him. Y'all can be Mr. Boy Scout. I'm taking a talent. We've
seen it, right? We have been the benefactors of that, right? Terrell Owens doing, Randy Moss, right there. We've seen Antonio Brown, right? Went to the Raiders and said, I'm not playing because of his helmet. So y'all mean to tell me late to practice, though, that's the end all be all deal breaker where the league is completely out of you.
Yeah. Well, there's just more things there that there's just more things that happen besides like to practice, though. But I think also too where they're looking at it, and these are the conversations we're just not privy to between the Cowboys front office, obviously his team of agents and everything in that realm. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if he was to play on the tech the next 2 years, he's literally he's going to make the fourth most amount of money of any wide receiver in the league, which is crazy, right? So think about that. And guess who's going to be right in front of me? Lamb.
I mean,
so they're back to back in there, and that's including JSN's new number, like from that standpoint. So they are like 27 is up to the sneeze at, but for us, we always talk about this in general, man. Hey man, we want the players always want that guarantee, right? You want that safety net, right? Because you never know what's going to happen within that spectrum. So even when we bring up these other guys that are disgruntled here and there, the problem was they just had a little bit longer of time of showing things on the field where teams are more comfortable with it. Is that fair? No, it's not fair, right? But we understand how this league can move at times and how it operates. I do think if he goes through this season and everything's good, the Cowboys are either going to recoup more than a third round pick or they're going to drop a big time deal on him.
Yeah. We got a super chat.
Yeah, we got super chat. Appreciate the super chat too.
Yeah, I'd love to get it done, though. You know what I'm saying? We got till July 15th. I'd love to get it done.
Facts, right? It says it's excuse for Joseph to not sign Pickens to a long-term deal. Jerry doesn't want to deal with these agents, and he's not a problem child.
Well, see,
that's the thing.
I was going to say this. Hold on, Quavius. Hold on. I just want to say this too, though, with the advisory of Pickens. Now, between us 7 that's in this building right now, I'm just talking to y'all 7, all of us together. All the people that's watching right now, please close your ears. He's going to be advised, that knee hurt. Hey,
of course, he gonna hold in.
Go ahead and sit this out. Back tweaking.
Tell us more about that, because I feel like that's the divide in Cowboys Nation right now. Some people are popping champagne. He's on the tag. He's good to go. He's going to be there every day. He's going to go full Dak Prescott mode. But some of us are skeptical on the next move, right?
Sources close to law that spoke to someone that's representing a lot of things said, hey, if that's happening, that calf muscle that hurt a little bit, we ain't playing. We ain't finna get out there and risk that injury.
The problem is with that.
Go ahead.
The problem is this is not like Micah Parsons. I'm going to keep saying this because there's not the demand for George as there was for Micah, right? Micah could do that stuff, and there was still going to be teams willing to give up 2 first-round picks, no problem at all.
Well, that's because of positional value, though, Marcus. That's
that
not
too.
the same.
That too.
But I also think he plays edge.
The reputation that Pickens had in college, coming into the draft at Pittsburgh, is going to follow him for the rest of his career. So things like that, I don't think are going to play well for the next team that wants to give him $40 million, or he wants a $40 million contract, right?
So Marcus, you said it's going to follow him for the rest of his career, but how is one more good year in Dallas going to escape.
Because I think if he does it in Dallas, it will be the Cowboys that give him that deal. I think.
Okay.
I think for the Cowboys, they just want to see growth as a professional. Honestly, I think it has nothing to do with him on the field, because I don't think any of us 7 have any doubts that he is on the field is worthy of $37-38 million a year.
Right.
Marcus, why did they hesitate to pay CD?
I mean, they did hesitate a ton, right? They still paid him before the 5th-year option, right? But I also think CD had a lot more leverage than what George has, is because he wanted to be one of the highest paid receivers in the league. He knew that money was coming to him regardless. I just don't know. To me, getting paid in August versus June isn't that big of a deal.
Why did they hesitate to play Mike? Why did they hesitate to pay Dak Prescott?
Well, I think that the more we learn about that situation, that looks like it's more on the Dak side. Is Dak knew that if he kept betting on himself, he was going to end up making way more money, and it ended up working. We had the podcast with Todd France in Athletes First, where they talked about all the creative things they did to try to get more money out of the Cowboys. Yep. I think the Cowboys could have been more proactive, but I also don't think Dak was in a hurry to sign a contract either.
And then
he had the skin for it, and to wait it out.
And my issue is, like, we all got sources and stuff. We know that Pickens ain't the only one that's late. Like, we know Zeke that got paid, right? We know that he wasn't the when it comes, it's more so about what you do on the field, especially in Dallas, right?
100%, 1,000%, man.
And then it's something very wrong with what they did to CD, because when you look at the pattern, when you hold these contracts out and they get paid late and they have to hold out, there's generally also an injury that comes with that, which also happened to Micah. Right, that's a pattern. Like Zach Martin, when he held out, wasn't Zach Martin. Yeah. Right. So, like, Dallas pays for this. Like, they really do pay for this. There's also a morale thing too. Right. So you can't sit up here and praise him all year. Just praise him, and he's a teammate, the ultimate competitor, and all this kind of stuff. When it's time to him be rewarded, you say, "I'm not even gonna talk to your representation." Like, what kind of message does that send to the other guys that want to be enumerated? Like, that's the worst message in the world. You taking away all incentive for people that really play this game for incentive, So it's one of those things to where if Dallas is looking at, we need one more year for him to be more of a professional, then you're so full of shit, because you took on Haley. Like, you took on Charles Haley. Like, you had a whole White House that was full of debauchery, right? That y'all knew about.
Different league, though, the way it's covered in America. It's a different league now.
Hey, man, when Michael Irvin stabbed his teammate in the neck with a parachute over
Hey, Tuck, see if you can pull that up, Tuck. See if you can pull that up, Tuck. I got it right here.
Let me see. All right.
Yeah. Okay. That was all of the fines from George Pickens.
Also, Marcus, that was good info on that, though. Yeah. Like, very good background info on that, though. Like, got to give you credit. That was a good punch.
Yeah. That's every fine. That's every fine from George Pickens.
And these are just the on-field fines. The report from Jonathan Jones at CBS Sports, these were all fines for just being late. And Mike Tomlin has such a positive reputation around the league that when he gives up on a player like he did with George Pickens, that even further hurts the guys. Yeah. Again, this part is not Pickens' fault, but I think what happened to Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant, Juju Smith-Schuster, Chase Claypool, all those guys failing and kind of burning out in other situations, I don't think has helped George Pickens at all. And again, that's not his fault, but he's paying for the sins of those receivers as well.
That's fair.
I think that definitely has a bit to do with it. I mean, again, like, you don't hear about disgruntled wide receivers in any of the other prominent areas. Well, maybe AJ Brown now, but Pittsburgh is where they all come from.
AJ Brown was disgruntled in Tennessee.
No, I get that, AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's not even that. This is why, honestly, Marcus, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my pushback. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I think disgruntled receivers happen all the time, and they all have a common thing. And we keep ignoring the common thing. A receiver they are one of the most selfish people on the planet. That's because their entire position is meant to be selfish.
That's right.
Like, they don't contribute to the team unless they're being selfish. You know
they're dependent. They're dependent on the quarterback.
Yeah. All of it. If the quarterback is bad, this is when you get a disgruntled receiver.
So I know all these reports and everything that's coming from Pittsburgh. Where is Pittsburgh's ownership in them mishandling the transition from Big Ben Roethlisberger?
I mean, I've been on that train for a while. I do my best all the time to talk about how bad that Pittsburgh organization is. So I'm with you there, Lou. I am.
I've always said Pittsburgh don't give a damn about all.
It's not even that. Like, because I just got done doing the video. I did my research. That year, when the year they got George Pickens, they had a transition plan for Dwayne Haskins, and he unfortunately passed away. And they made a panic pick and got Kenny Pickett. They were panicking, and they threw the receiver into that. And we're complaining about him missing or not, being on the same page or having problems.
He wasn't even top 25 in targets.
You know what I'm saying? And he was sharing targets with a Deontay Johnson, who was actually more of a nuisance than him. I would argue.
You're 100%
one is in the league, one is not. You know what I'm saying?
Marcus, real quick, who was the CBS guy? Because I need to go look at that.
Jonathan Jones.
Jonathan Jones. Okay, let me look him up too. While we doing that too, by the way, what you think the market will be for George Pickens for next year?
Assuming that he has a similar year as he had next year, I do think it's going to be a lot stronger. I think if he can just toe the line the way he did for the most part this year, you're going to see teams be more willing to give him a deal, probably in that $37, $38 million range. However, and I think I talked this on Twitter, it feels like just the vibe that talking to people is that this is a player that you want to date and not necessarily marry. And I was talking to Sigmund Bloom. You guys might know him on Twitter, but this is a guy that seems, who seems destined to be kind of a 1 or 2 year rental and bounce from team to team. Now that's really, really unfortunate. And I hope it doesn't happen. I hope he's with the Cowboys, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's kind of a mercenary who's having to take these 1 year deals.
Do you think the hesitancy to pay Pickens is more financial than because this is what because I'm gonna be honest, this is what I think is going from not financial as he don't or I think he more than deserves the money. This is the problem. This is what no one is talking about. CeeDee Lamb can come back to the table next year.
That's right. And it'll be wise if the Cowboys do something too, because if you get the guaranteed money, Lamb got a hundo. What did JSN got for us guarantee? Forget the APY. Y'all putting APY.
It was like 120.
120. So between 120,
right.
And what did Waddle get for his guarantees? What 60, 70?
I gotta see. Yeah.
So we like Pickens leaving a lot of because I don't buy the tag point. To your point, Law. I don't buy that tag as a blessing. That tag is a curse.
It's a
curse. And he knows it. Like when you go look at most of the signing bonuses for these new receivers, is more than the tag itself. That's not even including the guarantee. So it's like there's no way. It's like to me, it's almost like we playing with fire. If he was so nice in Dallas, if he was so much the ultimate competitor, if he was so like just Pittsburgh was so wrong. I don't know what was wrong with Pittsburgh over her. Dak loves him. Where you marry him. Now I see other teams might want to date him, but you done dated him. You dated him, and you know what he is, and you screamed about it, and you cried about it, and you was loud about how you loved him week in and week out, and you got to the altar, you got cold feet, man, and you holding it over his head, because it just Marcus and everybody else, it gives me a smell, right, when you over here like, especially when Steven said it's time. It's the time. It's like,
the timing. Yeah, that's what stuck in my mind. Because I forgot who brought it to my mind. I'm like, oh, you right. See, they can come back to the table. Yeah. And like right now, if we paid them, okay, we have what 80 million contributed to two guys, or you don't like on an APY. We can mess around and be getting closer and closer to that 100.
Right.
And Steve, this is where I think his sentiments are. He's always a guy that's looking in the future. I think that's. I think right now we using the behavior as an excuse. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy.
But you praise him too much. I can see if they was on her like, well, Shotty, we know how he is about culture. Like he'll give you a good player if they're not a culture fit. Man, Shotty was up there making the most excuses.
Here's my concern about him being on the tag, y'all, is because now every mistake, every play he takes off is going to be magnified by 1,000.
That's the point.
Hey,
the honeymoon phase is over, right? So now it's, I think he's been taking plays off. Wait, is he showing some fresh the body language?
Other theory.
Hey, Jay,
he wasn't rooting on his teammates doing preseason.
Right. Hey, my biggest fear is 3rd and 11. Dak Prescott drops back, Pickens wide to earth open, and he finds Schoonmaker for the touchdown. Hey, he gonna be like, hey, Dak. You know, that's my money, man.
Right.
That guy good. Hey, that guy up there, he's good.
Can we also take into account that maybe it's the woes of the defense of last year as to why we can't pay George why they won't pay George right now. The woes of the defense last year are trying to get everything back in order. You know what I'm saying? Whatever money that they spent.
We haven't. What's the big free acquisitions that we spent big money on defensively?
We don't pay defense. I'm saying that right now. We don't pay defense.
We don't pay defense.
Well, we did pay Jalen Thompson.
That's
now,
about
granted, it's not an exorbitant amount of money.
Yeah.
It's not 100 guaranteed.
Right.
But to think that we're still not trying to at least bolster our defense would be foolish, don't you think?
No, if we paid him, we would actually have more money to spend on the defense.
I feel
right now, that 28 million. This is why I hate the tag. The tag is such a we use
it's
in a
a
very
deterrent
dumb way.
to build.
I hate it because it's 28 million right now that we cannot touch.
I get that, and that's part of why I'm saying it. Like by giving him this tag. Now, mind you, we still have until July 15th to get a deal done.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's only May. We still got 2 months to get a deal done.
But that's the problem. That's Boston.
But like Boston, they're not talking. They're not negotiating.
They're not talking to his agent.
Do we like we're the CCs? We're the OnlyFans models, right? So
they'll do that.
You know what I'm saying? Do we know that? Do we know that they're not just because Jerry and Stephen Jones lied to us 1,000,001 times,
bro.
1,000,001 times.
They telling the truth on that, bro.
So
they absolutely telling the truth. Because listen, bro. I'm be quick, Angry, and I know you got it, Angry. My bad. I gotta address that though, bro. Because we can't give front office no pass. David Mulligetta said before the combine that I'm going to try to speak with Jerry Jones. Okay, so the combine goes, and then Jerry sit on that bus and ask Jerry, "Hey, you talk to David?" I've never talked to him a day in my life. That is, first of all, a lie. Because wasn't that the guy that you said
told him to shove it up his ass?
Now, you said he said that to you, but now you want to say, see, it's like this avoidance, and like nobody's addressing the avoidance that Dallas is doing. So it's like, and that's the crazy part, because what if Pickens knows he's in a tight situation because of Pittsburgh, and he like, listen, I come down off my price. My market value is a number one, is a $40 million market price. That's the price of a number one right now, at least on APY. So I know that. So Dallas is a good place to meet. I come down to 37. That can't even happen if they're not even open to listening to David. So even if he want to come down and give them a discount, a reputation discount, they can't do it because they are closing the door. And that's what's not being.
But what if they had the conversation? But what if they had the conversation?
Let Angry cook. Go ahead, Angry. Go ahead, Angry.
No, what I'm just trying to say is like in chronological order, when did it come? Whenever Stephen Jones, I can't remember actually who said it, but they said that conversations had been cordial between the two. I believe it was.
That was around the draft interviews, wasn't it?
It was like right before the draft.
Interview. It was
same
a
same one. Pre-draft interview. Same one.
So the same one they said we was cordial was the same one they said we're not talking to them about long-term contracts. The same press conference.
When Jerry stepped away with Bill to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was the Bill.
They talking to David. They done deal with David. Like David's other people's agents on the team. The problem
Malik Hooker.
Is when George Pickens
Jalen Thompson.
They're like, well, let's spend our time. That's what they're doing right now.
The reason why I asked the question that I asked and framed it the way that I framed it, right? If you go back a couple of interviews with Stephen Jones, where he kind of snapped out and was like, "Bro, I already answered the question. I'm not talking about George Pickens. Bro, I already answered the question. I'm not talking about George Pickens." The reason why I say I think what they're saying about we're not talking to anybody is because they're frustrated with constantly talking about George Pickens. So the easiest way to kill all that noise, bro, we're not having no talks with nobody. He's playing on a franchise tag. That's all there is to it. That's just how I perceive it. That's just how
that would be crazy on
everybody else. Everybody else can perceive it a completely different way.
I get you. Like
how I perceive it is,
because you know what? To your point, if you're so tired of talking about George Pickens, you can just stop talking altogether. Like most GMs and owners do. Like you could go and leave it to your head coach and get out and stop being P. Diddy. If you so tired, like you can decide I'm not going to take what. And see, this is the thing about that's disingenuous. Like you shoot down the questions that helps Pickens, but then you leak the information that hurts Pickens. So you the one that put out there, hey, there's no market for him. Like we haven't getting him. It's like, why would I even believe you? Like. Because aren't you the one that said it's not beneficial and it does nobody any good for us to talk about this Pickens situation? But you talk all the time when it's to take his leverage. So you just talked the other day to Mad Dog Radio. You the one that came out there and said we expect him to be there.
I got the footage, Tuck.
As if other men didn't hold out. And see, that's the thing.
You got in the clip.
Yep. It's this playing crazy, and it's like these other teams, like, oh, if he hold out, well, that's gonna look bad to him. NFL teams know what a holdout is. It's the only leverage these players have to try to even have an. He's just trying to have a holdout or a hold in to get them to talk. If they don't have the common sense to connect the dots that he's not here because he wants a long-term contract, then you shouldn't be doing football business.
Facts. Facts. What's the clip, Law? I haven't seen the clip posted.
Just the Mad
Dog.
Is
it this one?
Just through that, the communication with the player and the agent, which I think is huge here. Pickens signing the franchise tag, and I assume that means that you've been told contractually he'll be there for everything for the Dallas Cowboys starting in the offseason. That's mandatory?
Well, I'll correct that very end. Haven't been told that. Certainly, that's what we expect.
You can pause it right there. You can pause it right there. He said, hey, I maybe put some cover over this. I'm not saying that he's going to be here for every practice. I'm still waiting for Pickens to be at one of these practices. I know that they are optimistic about that, but I'm thinking that, and I know, Marcus, you said that it's different from Michael Parsons. It's a wait and see for me. The day Pickens get out there and start practicing and getting out there high-fiving everybody, that'll be the day I believe that he's going to at least be different than what Michael Parsons did.
Here's my only pushback is, does him skipping mandatory practices help him get a long-term deal in our eyes?
Yes.
Yes.
No. With this organization, I believe so.
Yes.
Yes.
That's because that's a pattern, Marcus. Like, when did Tank get paid? When he used his shoulder as leverage. When did Z get paid? When he went to Cabo. When did CD Lamb get paid? When Zach Martin. That's the way our organization does it. Like, maybe around the league that would be a bad idea. But when you're dealing with Dallas, the pattern to me with Dallas is that bad guys finish first and good guys finish last. When you kiss the babies, you end up like Dak Prescott, where you get signed the day before the fucking game.
The fact that
and Dak, good boy ass, he honestly should have held out, because you know what they were saying then. They were saying quarterback, he played quarterback, so quarterbacks, they held to a high standard. He shouldn't hold out. Guess what Love said with Green Bay?
Right.
He said, y'all gonna play with me? I'm holding out.
Right.
So no, I think it helps them, because see, what else do you do to try to draw them to the table? Like, they're not even talking. Like, I have nothing else but a holdout. Now, if you go kiss babies, you're helping them not pay you.
I think the issue is there's just not a lot of leverage. And I keep coming back to the Micah thing. Micah knew that there were multiple teams willing to give up those 2 first-round picks and make them the highest paid defensive player in NFL history. I don't think George has that leverage. The Cowboys can hold him out and say, hey, unless you give us 2 first-round picks, which nobody's ever going to do for Pickens, we don't have to play your game. And my whole thing, if I were George Pickens' agent right now, I would be telling him, every decision you make from now until next March should be with the idea of how do I get a long-term contract? And I don't think missing mandatory practices and getting fined is suddenly going to make the Dolphins more excited to pay you, right? That's why I think ultimately he is going to show up to these practices. He's not going to I don't want to say fake an injury because that implies that he never has any injuries, but not go all out. I think if he has another big season, then you will see more teams open up to the idea of paying him.
Mark, even if that's the case, Marcus, even if that's the case, though, Dallas Cowboys could just tag George Pickens again next year.
Right.
True. I mean, they have
and it's like, and this is the thing that's kind of like not fair to Pickens. Yeah. It was so many things that had to go right for him to have that historical season.
Right.
So you had to have an all-time bad defense. You had to be in shootout games to where it's dependent upon us to throw this ball to get back in it or even stay in it.
Lamb injury even.
The Lamb injury, right? So Lamb injury. So we all know what could likely happen to him, similar to what happened to Mike McCarthy. We put you on a prove-it deal, but we kind of take your legs out from under.
But is there? I think there's an outcome here where his numbers all drop off, but the Cowboys are way more willing to give him a long-term deal for all the reasons we said. Like if he comes
on their side of it, though, on their side of the situation, right? If he like for example, if you are Pickens' agent and then you can just use case studies within the confines of the Cowboys organization, Amari Cooper took $6.5 million less to stay here. He would never get that money back. So by them trying to cater into a deal of getting a team-friendly deal or whatever it may be below market, Pickens would probably never get that money back because of
what is his market though? I think that's the thing that
Pickens.
When I asked a team who needed a receiver before free agency, they have since made a move. I'll say it like that. The idea was we might give him a 1-year deal with $10 million with some guaranteed money in there. Like that was it. And the idea is
like Arizona.
The idea is that we just can't, it wasn't Arizona.
I'm messing with you.
The idea is that we're not going to give this guy a bunch of money until he is in our facility for at least a year until we can kind of feel it out how it's going. And I know there's other players in free agency like Alec Pierce and these guys that they don't have to do that. Unfortunately, it's just where Pickens is at.
But let me say this real quick. Forget the question. Let me say the other concern, because where y'all are concerned and we all are of the tag again next year. Look, at the end of the day, wide receiver 1 money, wide receiver 2 money. If you get to the tag again next year, well, okay, he's wide receiver 2 here in Dallas versus being somewhere else and being a wide receiver 1 though.
Oh, right? He's wide receiver 1 in Dallas though.
Yeah, but the Cowboys will leverage that Lamb is though, right? And that gets funky again when you talk about the tag.
You can't say that.
How good it goes.
He can't say that Lamb is number 1 when he said both.
Right? Because this is the question, right? So if Marcus has, his sources that the market for George Pickens as of right now is a 1-year, $10 million deal.
That was just one team, by the way.
I'm just saying one. Well, let's say if that's the consensus, right? Because of the baggage that he's had, right? Why in the hell are we franchising tagging for 28?
Because they like him more than that team, obviously, right? That's why they traded for him when nobody else would go out and make that move. And there's no other tag that they could have given him that would have given him less money, right? They're okay. I mean, let's just be clear. The Cowboys really do like George Pickens. I just want to make sure that everybody listening knows, like, they really do like this player. I just think before they're committed to giving him $160 million, they just want to see him continuing to grow as a professional. And like I said, it honestly has nothing to do with his play on the field, because I could see him having 1,150 yards, 7 touchdowns, but he blocks his tail off. He comes to meetings, on time. He's at every single practice. And the Cowboys feel like, you know what? You've done everything we've asked. The numbers weren't great. Let's give you the deal that you want.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Marcus.
But here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying about that, right? Because if you tag him, right, you should know what his market value would be, right? So why are you know what I'm saying? So if you feel like his market value is not super high, if he was a free agent, why would you tag him? Where you could sign him for a dirt cheap deal if he hit the free market. So let's say the over offer was $20 million total. You could have signed him for 22, 23.
Yeah.
Well, and when Stephen Jones originally spoke on the reason why they tagged George Pickens, they said because we don't want other teams to take you from us. They know George Pickens has a market. They know that if he was on the market today, free agent, unsigned, there will be tons of teams throwing bags at him.
It will balloon.
And I think that's what I don't understand.
I disagree. I disagree with that. The reason is because he was literally available to the entire league last year, I think on an $800,000 contract, and nobody called. Nobody.
But that's last year.
But that's after. But that's when you
degree, though, right?
Right. We refurbished him, so teams are sitting back saying, "Oh shit, look what he did with the actual quarterback." Right. We got one of those. Right, because I know right here in my town, that the team that I cover, they would throw the bag at George Pickens to bring him to Kansas City.
It doesn't go from $1 million a year to suddenly $30 million a year. And again, this is for the Chiefs are one of those teams that had the opportunity to draft George Pickens in 2022, and they did not want him. They drafted Sky Moore instead. They had George Pickens off their board. Yeah. There are teams
and
that
we all agree that was a mistake, right?
I don't disagree. But whenever we get to free agency, teams go back to their pre-draft profile and they see, hey, we had a red flag on this guy. Okay, let's go to the NFLPA report. $400,000 in fines from the Steelers over 3 years. Yeah. What has changed?
But here's my thing, Marcus. Listen, I think you and your source, like you said, he was a coach, and he's looking for on the field. The coach is not paying him. Can we look at it from the front office point of view? Which one is more expensive? George Pickens missing meetings, or somebody getting DUIs and someone off the field, like costing me and the brand and the shield money?
I totally agree. I agree with that, but coaches would rather. Let me rephrase. Coaches can put up with that stuff better than guys being late to meetings. And I'm not saying that's right, because it's not. But that's the way it has been. It's like as long as you hold the line in practice, I can handle what you do, your mistakes off the field.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I would rather have a late George Pickens than an on-time Jalen Tolbert. And
he writes great notes. He writes great notes. If you saw his penmanship, hey, you know that's what Chotty said about it. Hey, his notes, he takes great notes.
It's not even that. Me and Boss had an argument when Luka was traded. He was like, Luka's health. He was like, he said, man.
Don't bring up basketball, Luke.
I know, but I'm just he said, man, they take the beer out of Luka's hand. I said, I would have grabbed him.
Stop, man. We know.
I gave him
I want to say this because I got to go because I'm going to be on time. But hey, Marcus, first of all, thank you for showing up. And
thank you, bro, for pulling up, man. Respect, bro.
And the community needs this type of stuff because you need multiple perspectives kind of talking it out, and it's okay sometimes for people to see it different, but it's at the same time I think it was very, very fruitful for us to kind of look at it, because you did raise a good point. I'm gonna go double check Jonathan Jones and make sure he's not a water carrier. I'm just playing.
Don't start your stuff.
We have those, because my question is why? Don't let me get started. But thank you for showing up. Of course. And I do want you to show up one day if you want to get your nose beat in on running back. Like if you do want to get your nose beat in on running back, you've been I'm being honest with you. You've been so due an ass whooping on running back. Like if you really want to just if you want to protect yourself, don't show up. But if you
named after one,
I got so much smoke for you on running back. Yeah. I'm not gonna take it easy on you at all. The only thing I like about you when it comes to running back is your name. That's it.
I used to have the runningback.don't-matter.com.
Oh God!
A domain.
Hey, listen. I blame you. I really do blame you for what's going on in the community, because there's so many people that bought into it that it's hard to get them to. It's hard for them to like running back too. So, Mark,
I can tell you that there's people that are working inside the organization that believe that as well. So we've infiltrated them. It's job well done.
Job's not well done, because we need running back too to take pressure off that defense, and we can't do it because of you, Marcus, because you website and your thought on that. But anyway, I want to smack you before I leave. Y'all take it easy.
That's why I gotta leave as well.
Hold on, boss. I think Angie sent a super chat for you. Yes, what's the take on RB and tight end? Appreciate you, Andrew.
We over here hijack your show.
Yo, Marcus, once again, bro, I appreciate you for pulling up, man. Like I said, this is what it's all about, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, like I said, bro. But
much love, guys. Enjoy the stream.
Just let me know. Hey, man, it's 7:00. You know what I'm saying?
I have my stickers in the morning. I was much better. Talk Don't worry.
Exactly, man. You're not yourself when you're hungry, bro. So appreciate you, bro.
Man. It's good meeting you, Marcus.
Yeah. And yo, everyone, we appreciate y'all. We've been rocking for 3 hours, man. You know what I'm saying? Knicks. This is what it's all about, right? Today. This wasn't planned, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have this saved or queued up, right? But it's about the community coming together and having conversations. We all disagree on shit. I do not believe that George Pickens has zero market. I do not believe, you know what I'm saying? But you can still have those arguments with respect and dignity without tearing each other down, right? And I think that's what we have to get back to. I can't speak for trolls and all, but I feel like I hold us to a higher standard, you know what I'm saying? And that's media members who are on this show as well, man. So we appreciate y'all, man. Law, for people who might be seeing you for the first time, dog, I don't know what the hell's going on, but let me know they can find you, my guy.
Hey, man, follow me at Law Nation Sports. That's my name on all platforms. So be sure to check me out. And let's go, man. Let's get it. That's it.
Appreciate you. My dog, Knicks, bro. Let everybody know they can find you, bro.
Yeah, easy, man. Your guy, Knicks, your _guy _Knicks, NIX, all platforms. Find me that way and follow me. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, man. Angry man. So I gotta do something. I gotta have like Law and Angry do a versus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to see that debate. You know what I'm saying?
Let me hear it, Angry. The sounds of soft souls and oldies brought to you by Angry. Let me hear it one time. The sounds of soft souls. Come on, man.
Midnight love.
Midnight love.
The sounds of soft love.
No, but listen, I just want to say this real quick, y'all, gentlemen. It was a pleasure being on here. It was a pleasure being up here with you guys. I mean, I look up here and I'm like, man, I don't even deserve to be here, but I thank you, Law, from starting out. Even, you know, you were the first one that I came across. Then it went to J Tug. Then it went, you know, to Knicks. Then Lou and everything. Everything that you guys bring to the Cowboys community, the information that you bring, the way that you bring it, I appreciate you. And it ain't color creators, it's content creators. And that's what I appreciate. And everybody that was on here and in the chat.
Yeah, CC, like my dog, man. I appreciate you. My dog, Lou, man. Let everybody know where they can find you, bro.
You said Barry White. Hey, shout out to everybody, man. This is all about, man. Y'all can find me LOU Takes on all socials on LOU.takes, man.
Yes,
appreciate you, my dog. Hoodie.
Oh, hold on. Let me say this. And now we have Hood Quavius Cushington from the Cushites, baby.
Y'all can, you can find me at Basement Boys on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube with Cushion the Cowboy Smoke Hour. Just an up and coming YouTuber trying to reach these guys' plateau, man. That's all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Hey, Tuck, when he said that his name was Hood Quavius, man, everybody fell out laughing, bro.
What's his real name for real?
Hood Quavius Cushington.
No, ain't my real name.
I want to say, come on, dog.
I anoint him. I anoint him with that name.
Quavius Cushington. Quavius Cushington the third.
In the Victorian
He said the third.
Yeah, and for everyone seeing me for the first time, man, JTuck at JTuck151. Follow me on Twitter, on X. You know what I'm saying? CFO Sports is the YouTube channel. We do a lot of film breakdowns, all that fun stuff, Cowboy stuff, as we gear up for the season. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all for dropping through. Like I said, this wasn't planned, wasn't organized. I told everybody I was just going for an hour today. You know what I'm saying? But this is what it's all about, man. I respect everyone on this panel. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everyone. I really want the community to get back to showing what we do great, because I feel like the Cowboys community is the greatest community on YouTube. So, and I said what I said, man. So I appreciate everyone. Want to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. Sign George Pickens to a damn deal. Stop being cheap.
Come on, man.
Peace.
Peace.
Salute.